Really?
Yeah, I
Holy
went
shit.
ham. I was listening to a little bit of Lil Wayne on the big screen, and I was just fucking. Tick, 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 tick. It was mostly noob tube kills. I won't lie to you. I was getting lucky with the noob tube lately. I was just shooting them in spots where I think people were hiding behind corners, and it just happened to be that's where they were camping. So
Holy shit.
yeah, no, it was some good stuff actually. I got a few good on. I just did a stream that I cut off, but I did it, and there was two good games on there. Really good games. Some good audio too. I was going back and forth with people on my team and stuff like that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I figure if I'm going to start streaming again, I have to make it more entertaining. It's not just about the kills and the way I do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, a game like that with a kill streak that's, I mean, like, what was your highest streak
I had the
in that
I,
game?
I had the best care package in the game.
Really?
Yeah, because that's my third care package is the highest one in the game, and I think there was like 40 seconds left, and I hit the right directional, and it pulled up a screen, and you could literally fire whatever the fuck you wanted. You can do machine guns, you can do missiles, you can do whatever you wanted. So
Holy shit.
yeah,
Wow.
that was a good one.
What is it called again? It's like the escort or something. The
I
the
forget. Yeah,
the
it's just
very
a big
last kill.
ship.
It's yeah. It's like the mothership from
Yeah.
fucking what was that? Modern Warfare?
Yeah, because I remember
Fucking
it took me a while to get that too. The mothership.
yeah. I think it's like 20 kills straight or something like
Yeah,
that
and like
to get the
four
mothership.
people on your team can like jump on it as well and start being like tick 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 tick. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember
oh, hard point.
that.
I'm starting to remember this game. I don't know, man. I'm starting to like the other one. Okay, okay, hold on.
Cold War?
Yeah, just give me a sec. I like the Cold War for the playing style. I like this one for all the detail, like the costumes, the different guns. So I like it for the shit that you could buy in the store. But the new one, I actually like the way that it's made. Actually, I can hear people everywhere. Like if you just watch my last stream, you would see clear as day. All right.
Coming from and like what direction and shit?
I can hear him 3 rooms over, and I can make my move based on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I uninstall I uninstalled Cold War. I totally forgot about that actually. Dude, I'm on your team.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, that was my bad, man. I fired at you.
Oh, right behind you. Ah!
Dude, what the fuck are our teammates doing, man?
Enemy UAV overhead. I'm with you.
Dude, I'm rusty.
So, well, I'm rusty in this game. Cold War, I was fucking lighting that shit up. Yeah, I'm a little rusty in this one.
I can't. When's the last time I played this?
I don't know, but my fucking Uzi just. Oh. Who the fuck camps with a shotgun and a green laser on it? Like, give me a break.
Dude, why is my sensitivity so low? My sensitivity is low as a motherfucker.
Yeah, when you switch games.
We are in command here.
I just don't know why I lowered my sensitivity.
I can't hear people as well, but maybe because by this point they'd have ghosts.
Enemy at the scaffold.
Well, and my reaction time fucking sucks.
Oh, mine's amazing right now. Woo! RPG up the
Lost
anus.
the lead.
What? The fuck? That guy was 3 feet away from me and I still died. Dude, I'm rusty as a motherfucker.
Kill confirmed.
Woo! No, but take
Kill
a
confirmed.
seat.
Okay.
Enemy personal radar overhead.
No way, there was, oh my god, all 4 of them just ran up the ramp there, and I fucking choked on a fucking hard donkey dick.
We have control. Crush them.
Jesus Christ.
How did he hit me with an RPG behind the fucking wall? Alright, you wanna hit me with an RPG?
Don't worry.
Incoming!
I got the RPGs out too.
Kill confirmed. Allied cruise missile launched.
Double kill! Suck my ass.
Kill confirmed.
Shoot me with an RPG, you fucker. Alright. So, catching up a little bit.
Enemy has
Catching
the
up a little bit.
Yeah, I just got 2 of them. Oh!
Kill confirmed.
Man, I'd like to call you a name right now, but if I did, I'd probably get banned because someone in the lobby's probably from that country. Alright. Fucking Marshmallow
You're
Society.
losing control.
He called me a name, and 9,000 years ago that offended my people.
Fucking camping, bitch.
Kill confirmed.
Mr. Camping Bitch. Yeah,
Fucking move
get
your
him!
ass.
I'm right behind you.
Reloading. They've reached the halfway point.
Oh, did you see him shooting that arp? Oh, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you! What the fuck? The guy that just killed me, the guy that killed me, I spawned, and then all I saw was him running towards me.
Really?
It was so weird how that spawn worked. It spawned me right behind him after he killed me. It was weird.
Wow. Well, it's their algorithm to make sure that you get revenge kills,
Kill
right?
confirmed.
Yeah. Take a seat, bitch.
Kill confirmed.
It's the system doing its fucking thing to make you feel like
Personal radar drone ready for escort.
you're having a better experience. Look at that fucking knee walker.
It's all about tags, people. Whoa. There's a guy in our team fucking camping. You tell me you didn't see that motherfucker? Fuck you.
Oh wow. Now he's got a shotgun.
Behind you, behind you. Get tags. Can't believe that guy in our team is just sitting in one spot with no tags, man. Come on.
I'm with you. I'll give you cover.
I'm surprised he's still.
Look at this fucking camping faggot.
Coverage.
The same guys have been like camped. Ooh, dude, that must have hurt. I fucked that guy up. Camping. Oh, that was fun.
Friendly sentry gun online.
There's a guy in our team that's fucking 13 kills, no tags. He's lying down the whole time.
Changing mag.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. He team killed me a bunch of times actually.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens
He's
when your uncle touches you every Saturday night.
Enemy at the dumpster.
So tell us where Daddy.
Kill confirmed.
And to be honest, the way that he plays Call of Duty, I hope his uncle touches him more times.
Enemy at the center.
Kill confirmed.
It's your uncle who touches you.
I'm hit. They're killing us. Pick yourselves up.
It's amazing our teammates, man. It's amazing. Like they have no headsets on.
We have taken
Headsets
control.
haven't really been a big thing though since like back in the day.
Like I can play without it, but I'd rather like when I can hear people running beside me and other teammates just keep running for that tag.
Yeah. My whole thing is like back in the day, like on like 360 and shit,
The
it
enemy
was
has
a
the
big
lead.
deal, right? Like headsets and everything were a huge deal. Now it's like everybody and their mother has a headset, right? So nobody bothers anymore.
Command is ours.
Is that guy wearing a
Confirmed.
fucking marijuana leaf fucking ghillie suit?
Allied
That's
UAV
That would be
overhead.
awesome.
Enemy
I wonder how
personal
you get
radar
that.
overhead. We have a personal radar drop. 1 minute remaining.
Try to
Kill
win this,
confirmed.
guys. He's in the tunnel. He's being a little
Allied
bitch.
counter UAV activated.
Oh, I got him.
Kill confirmed.
Oh! Oh! Kill the game, bitch! Don't be camping in the tunnel if you don't want to Uzi up your
Return to
butt.
base.
Look at this motherfucker. I knew he was in there too. I was like, I smell your fucking camping ass. I hope your uncle touches you.
Right. So what is this whole fucking rebirth event?
I don't
What
know.
is this?
It's probably just tasks.
Oh yeah. What is this? Fucking. Oh, I like this one.
This race.
I think. Oh, this is the battle pass, isn't it? No, it's not.
Here, just back up for a quick sec.
Yeah. Done.
Nice. That's a quick hit. I actually have Shatter now, so.
Yeah, what happened with that? You're like, yeah, I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna hold out and everything, and I was like, oh, that's admirable. And then I saw on Instagram, you're just like, bam.
Yeah, I figure I got a few days off. Let's go all out. See what my body can take
Yeah.
before it gives up.
Well, that's less admirable, but you know what? It is what it is.
Well, I needed my shit over Christmas. I think I needed
no, I
something
get
for
it.
Christmas.
No, man, I feel you. I get it. Some, you know, like it's a shitty time of the year, man. Especially like if you're single or whatever, right? Like
Well,
this is the first Chris.
Yeah, that's not the reason that it bothers me though. It's just like I have nothing to do. Like I can't just go out to a bar or fucking like.
No, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, my whole thing is I feel like shit, right?
Yeah.
That's my problem. My problem is I just feel like shit. I can't fucking stay awake. I'm tired, like constantly. I'm not eating anything. That could be part of the reason why I'm fucking tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel off. It is what it is. and the doctor said that go off the meds for 72 hours and see if anything improves, and go from there, I guess. But yeah. So he said my blood cell count and everything is normal. So he said it's not anything like that.
Yeah, which is obviously good.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, that's good. I don't have fucking cancer. You know what I mean? I was worried, dude. There was a little bit there. I was fucking worried, dude. I was worried, fucking, you know, that
Yeah.
was a possibility. Um, one, it runs in the family, and two, when the symptoms match up, right? It puts your brain in the wrong space, right? But um, my doctor thinks that because I've been on the antibiotics, like really strong antibiotics for fucking over a week, right?
Yeah.
And the shit with like my bladder and stuff like that, and the urination and shit, like it's still fucked. So my doctor thinks if at the end it's still not cleared up, he's thinking that there might be like scarring,
Oh,
like
okay.
in my called not your bladder, your kidneys.
Oh, okay.
I might have like scarring and shit like that in my kidneys, and he said if that's the case, then he's like, well, this is the problem, right? When you have an infection, because it starts in your dick, right? And then it goes into your urinary tract, and then from your urinary tract it goes into your bladder, and then from your bladder it can make its way into your fucking kidneys, and then once it makes its way into your kidneys, it can go up into your chest,
Oh, wow.
right? And fucking kill you, or it can make its way into your heart and kill you. So the problem is that I didn't properly um you know fucking didn't properly treat myself or take care of it, right?
Yeah.
So the problem is that's the kind of shit that you have to deal with, right? When you don't properly fucking take care of yourself. That's the shit that nobody tells you, right? It's all well and good when you're younger and you don't have any health issues, but once you get older, that one little thing like that can just fuck up your entire shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's just something that I have to take care of. Uh,
Trying to figure out what was the place we ordered from last? Do you remember? The wings place?
wings up, I think.
Don't think it is. What's the other one? Wings up or because the place we ordered from last time, it didn't have a pound and a half. It only had pounds. 30% off
Well,
up to
well,
$20.
there's Wild Wings, and then there's Wings Up, right?
Um,
Wings Up is the first place that we ordered from, and then Wild Wings was the second place, right?
oh, Wild Wings. Okay. Wild Wings. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be from Uber. Let's see.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Wild Wings. All right. I want something like real spicy, but like I want to be able to enjoy it. So I don't know. Tough decisions in life.
So you're gonna get like something that's like crazy spicy or
I, I,
spicy
I,
spicy?
yeah, I want something that's I seem to be overdoing it nowadays with everything else. So I think I'll extra hot 25K. Oh, wings on fire. I want to get wings on fire. I want to get wings on fire. Okay. I don't care about your ranch. Stick it up your ass. They have hot dogs?
They have
Really?
hot dogs? Really?
It's a hot diggity dog. Canadian tall. Oh yeah, I can order liquor. I already have. Okay, I already have liquor. A Canadian tall. Um, all right, that's all I need. Just wings. It's all right. It's only $26. Not too bad.
Really? It's only 26 bucks?
Yeah, single wings, $20, and then $5.92 for the other charges.
Really?
I'm probably gonna regret
Oh.
getting extra hot. I know it, but whatever.
Yeah, I think that might turn into a situation where you're like, I can't even fucking stomach these.
But you know what? I usually base my decisions on I'm ready for the consequence. It's not that I don't know what's coming.
I think you're ready for your asshole to be on fire.
Oh, I need a lot more than that. Usually,
Do you ever get like
no,
hot ass?
no, no.
No,
Don't.
never.
The only time I get it is when
Wow.
I have to eat a sauce that I usually have to sign a waiver for. That's usually
How was that after?
Bernie Heine.
Like were you just like shitting straight fire?
May as well just call me Chief Burning Ass. Oh, it was nice to buck off today. Thank God I got an answering machine. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't care about talking to someone, telling them, but like, I'm like, yeah, I keep going to the bathroom every 15 minutes of fucking shit. I'm like, I'm sorry. I tried to suck it up, but I can't. I don't want to try to be the hero and fucking shit all over your bathrooms. So I got to take this day off. Like, it's just that's how I say my messages, right? Like when they hear me, they know that I'm something different. Like, there's no doubt about it. They just can't put their finger on it. Like, there's something weird about him, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
The supervisor will be like, oh, maybe maybe it's the fact that he likes to come to work and doesn't care about the money. And then someone else is like, maybe it's the fact he likes to lift heavy shit and doesn't bother him. And someone else is like, well, maybe he's got so much fucking energy. And then the other person's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what though? Like, the whole thing is you just have to watch the absences, right? Because now that you're hired on, they can track all of that shit, right? Like when you're with the agency, they can't track it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, I only did
So
it today just because I wanted the Christmas holidays to myself. Just like I booked off next Wednesday so I can have the New Year's to myself. Any other month or any day of the year, this wouldn't happen. Just these type of holidays. Like obviously I just had the 13th anniversary yesterday, right? So it was just a little bit. It's not like it bothered me, but I could tell like I was a little bit more silent than usual at work. And even though my mind's not like this is the reason, I just couldn't figure out why I was being silent. But I could just probably assume that it's something that my mind overlooks, but my body understands. So I think it was just something like that. Like I even text Kayla. Like fuck, even Kayla hasn't texted me in about a day and a half, 2 days now. I sent her a nice, cute video of Roscoe with with his Christmas costume on, and
Mm.
I sent it at 12:05, which was technically our 13th year anniversary. And to be honest with you, I'm probably assuming that she's having just as hardest time, probably more than I am about it, because it just makes sense that she didn't text on that day. And the video or text message had nothing to do with me. It was about Roscoe. So that's how you know she's
Right.
probably having a bad day. Because it's Roscoe, right? Of course she'll put a heart on it or be like, "Oh, I love that. Try to send more, blah blah blah," or something like that. But it was nothing.
Right.
So she's obviously struggling, right? And it's around Christmas too, which probably sucks. And you know, and then New Year's is going to suck because to her, that's kind of like our anniversary because we met on the 22nd and then I asked her to come down to my house for New Year's and she did.
Right.
So to her, that's probably like an anniversary. But
Yeah. No, I get it, man. I mean, it's like I have her on Facebook. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like I don't ever fucking talk to her, but I have her on Facebook. And the thing is I guess she posted something about like I think it was actually yesterday, so your anniversary technically, and she posted like remember how I was making that joke about Facebook showing like fucking fucked up memories, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like on this day, you were at a funeral for your grandmother.
oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like, oh, thanks Facebook. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
thanks for bringing that up. And she put a post and she's like, thanks Facebook memories for fucking pissing me off and all that other shit, right?
yeah. Well, yeah.
And
Everybody hates that. It's not the nicest thing, but that's
yeah,
how
it's
Facebook and the iPhone does it too. So they like the
yeah, I fucking
side
hate that.
news.
I hate that shit, man.
Yeah,
Like fucking, you know what I mean? Like it just brings up some shit that you don't want to fucking deal with. You know what I mean? And like so what here's what ended up happening. So um I started talking to one girl, right? And then I started talking to another girl. And the whole situation was just like fucking exhausting. And then I don't know what happened. Like maybe I think one of them liked one of my pictures, and then the other girl saw, and it started like this huge fucking like fight. And I was like, "Yo, like I'm just talking, I'm just talking to you guys." And it started this huge fucking argument. And I was like, "Listen, I'm sick. I'm like I fucking feel like shit. I'm like I'm tired. I'm like I can't deal with this shit." Right? And I was like, "This is a fucking mistake." I was like, "I'm not ready for this shit." I'm like, I'm not ready to deal with this shit. I'm like, this is exhausting and frustrating, and it just pisses me off. And on top of that, I feel like a fucking dick. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I thought I was ready, but I'm just not. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready for all that bullshit. And, within a matter of like 72 hours, it was just a clusterfuck, right? And, I feel bad enough already. Like, I feel like shit. And everything already. So I was just like, this is a fucking mistake, right? This whole situation is a mistake. But it's. I mean, it's yeah. I do agree with what you're saying, man. It's got to be hard for her too, right? It's a hard situation, right? 13th anniversary. That's a big fucking milestone, right? So I mean, I haven't talked to her, but I mean, I'm guessing, if her attitude when I saw her or whatever is any inclination of what's going on, I highly doubt she spent it fucking, riding a roller coaster. You know what I
yeah.
mean? She probably just spent it sitting at home in her room in the fucking darkness. like a fucking vampire, right?
Well,
So
I think for sure she's taking it harder than I am. There's no doubt about that. And I'm not saying it's not hard on me. I'm fucking skin and bone. I'm a human being. Of course it's gonna bother me. I have found ways in life to cope around hard situations mentally, physically, emotionally. You know,
yeah,
it's just who I am. But for Kayla, it's the
yeah,
opposite. it's go downhill, depressive, and whatever she has to do. And I hope she's not just drinking her problems away. And I know that I shouldn't be the one saying that right now, but
Yeah.
I think that I'm drinking responsibly. It doesn't matter how many bottles of liquor I plan to get through. That's not the point. The point is I
Right.
still go to work. I still think positive. I'm not doing it in a depressive way. I'm drinking and I'm
Yeah.
fucking killing people and laughing at it. Wait, hold on a sec. That might be metaphorically, that might be a bad reason, but like, in a way, I feel bad, but like, it's hard to feel bad for someone when they made the choice. I've always found
Oh,
that.
I
Like,
know.
I'll
I
always
know what
feel
you mean.
bad for someone if they had nothing to do with a situation in life, but she made the choice. If it was that hard, maybe she put more thought into it. But that's how it
Yeah.
is.
No, I see you. Just give me 1 second, okay? I just gotta
Yeah.
go to the bathroom.
Yeah, do we gotta do. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Dude, I just like stood in front of the fucking toilet for like 20 seconds before I could fucking piss. Like, god damn. Dude, these antibiotics aren't working, man.
Well, it needs time. Every medication needs time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm taking 1,000 milligrams. I'm taking 1,000 milligram fucking, whatchamacallit, right? Antibiotics. So, I started taking them, I think, was it the day before? No, sorry. When did I start taking them? That would have been Wednesday? I think Wednesday I went to Wednesday. So it hasn't been quite a week yet. I thought it had been a week already, but it hasn't been that long. So supposedly it takes upwards of a week for it to start working, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If by this like Monday I'm not feeling any better and like whatever, then I don't know. Call the doctor back, more than likely, because I don't want them to. They're gonna have to stick like a fucking rod and shit in my pee hole and everything, right?
Yeah.
I don't want them to fucking do that shit. Like I get it, you know what I mean? Like they numb it or whatever, but having a fucking rod rammed through your dick, like that's not what I want. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, like if it's farther up, like who fucking knows, right? Like who knows? What damage has already been done and everything, right? So it's tripping me out, right?
Yeah.
Because it is like this is a serious thing. If there's an infection in my body and it's spreading and I can't stop it,
Yeah.
that should. What's to say it doesn't fucking get into my heart? All of a sudden it climbs up to my chest and into my fucking lungs and my heart, and then I fucking just die.
Yeah.
Like that's real shit. That's not me like, fabricating or thinking of worst case scenario. That's reality. Right? Like once an infectious fucking disease starts spreading its way through your body and the world's strongest fucking antibiotics can't kill it, then it's basically, it's just a matter of time before it, goes up into your chest and into your heart and into your brain and you die. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But Yeah, I mean, it's dependent on the type of bacteria, right? So really, in reality, what I should be doing is I should be going to a hospital, and I should be basically pissing in a cup and telling them what's going on, and then they just run the gamut of tests for whatever type, because who knows what type of bacteria it is, right? Because one antibiotic is for a certain type of bacteria, but it might not be this type of bacteria,
Yeah.
right? So whatever is going on, it's not a perfect science, right? So it's one of those situations where I'll just have to see what happens,
Yeah.
right?
You just gotta,
But
yeah, you gotta let the test go. You gotta let time go by. That's the only thing you can do.
yeah, I was just more or less like I was expecting to at least be feeling somewhat better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first couple of days, like when I started taking the antibiotics, like I felt better, but then all of a sudden, like I feel like shit again.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? So like fucking like pissing hot soup. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you like basically light the tip of your dick on fire while you're going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, right? So
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
it's definitely
I've
something.
had kidney stones, trust me, but when you finally are able to finally pee, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. So it feels like I'm not able to, like it's like the pee is still there. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I went to
Like
the bathroom about 200 different times during that process, and while I was in there, I was like, "Come on, just one drop. Come on, just one drop." I felt like a 90-year-old guy praying for that one drop. And then as soon as it was like drip, I was like, "Oh!" Right? But it didn't do anything. It was just it was just nice to get the drip out.
yeah.
But yeah.
No. No, I know what you mean.
Just give me a sec. I'm gonna go grab the other
Um
bottle.
yeah, no problem.
Here, vodka, vodka, vodka. Where are you? Yeah, where you big bitch? All right, I bought a Absolute Peach because it was tasty.
Nice.
Yeah, because it was good last time, so I was like, eh. And they didn't have watermelon there, but whatever. But it was
Yeah, I
so
know.
funny. I was
That's what
standing
I
in
was
line.
saying.
She asked like fucking like 8 different people. She's like, "Oh, do you want to donate anything? No. Do you want to donate anything to kids? No." Literally 8 people said no, and you like donate anything you want. A fucking 5 cents, 10 cents, anything you want. I get there and she's like, "Do you want to donate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll donate 20." She's like, "You can only do 10 max." I'm like, "I'll do 10." She goes, "Wow." She goes, "That like no one ever does that. That's so kind of you." And literally I was already like a little bit tipsy, and I looked at her hand. I saw she had a ring on. I'm like, "And if you didn't have a ring on, I'd probably ask you out." Literally, I said that. And you know what she said back? "If I didn't have a ring, I'd take you up on
What?
that offer."
Really?
Yeah, it's sad, kind of, because I couldn't do anything about it. But in a way, it was like, oh, cool. Like, it was actually cool to hear that. I was just joking around, because I like to do that. I like to kind of dance on the boundary a bit and see how far I go.
Yeah.
But of course, yeah, she was Asian, by the way. She wasn't white, so yeah, back to the has to be exotic type. But that's all right.
Yeah. No, man, that's pretty cool actually.
I know. It's
So if I
just.
didn't have the ring, I'd take you up on that offer. Okay. That's pretty
Well, yeah, girls love that
that's
that neither you are a pet lover or that you donate. They see that that's a sign of something, right? Like you can't really fake that when you're doing that. Like so,
yeah, no, I mean it's good, man. I mean it's good that you can go out there and women are actually like, hey,
Well, yeah.
You know what
well,
I mean?
well, at this point in my life, like that's obviously what it's not like over. It was her choice to leave. She obviously rejected my attempts to remend it and get back together. So I have no other choice, right? To just move on. I did my attempts, and because I can't change the past, which is always gonna bite me in the ass, and there's no use, right? I kept trying and trying. She ended up moving out, and that was it. So when I say this stuff to people, like it's more or less like I'm not like serious about it. Like I want to get a relationship. I just want to have fun. Like I just want to go out and drink with someone and maybe go watch a movie. Like it doesn't really mean like I want a relationship or I want sex. Like you know what I mean? Like I just feel like I'm more comfortable around women than I am around men. But the difference is I can be in any group though. You know, I just feel with women, they look at me differently than the average guy. They don't see me as being like a fucking perv. They just see me as someone that's funny and I'm not gonna use a cocky word. I'll just use the word cute for now. Funny, cute. Doesn't hit on them every chance that I've got that I get and stuff like that. Because I don't really care about a relationship, really. I just want to do something with someone. And since all my efforts have been declined on Kayla, time was right to move on. So
Yeah.
now I'm just kind of joking about it, but then when I get answers like that, I'm like, what? Really? Even I'm like, what? So yeah, it's just very unique. It does
Yeah.
seem like the exotic ones tend to like me more than the white ones, though. It's not just my somewhat fetish. No, I wouldn't call it a fetish because I didn't really know that it was one. So
I think you have a little bit of jungle fever, sir. Just a little bit, of jungle fever.
oh yeah,
But I mean, everybody has preferences, right? Like everybody knows what they like, right? And at the end
or
of
is
the
this
day, that's
or hold on a second, or is the world just getting overpopulated with foreigners?
no. I think
Yeah, I
I
know.
think I think you were with a minority for fucking 13 years. Well, no, I mean she's Latino, right? I mean,
Yeah,
whether she was raised by white parents or not, she's a woman of color,
yeah,
right?
she's
And
she's definitely foreign enough to almost get rejected to cross the airport. So that counts.
well, I would more or less say that if they caught her at a border crossing without a passport, they'd send her back.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. She's Kayla. If Kayla teased her hair, right? Like if Kayla teased her hair and like got some curls and shit like that, she could pass as like not. God damn it! Fucking shit. This. There we go. She could pass as probably not even Latino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what you've been dating. That's what you were dating for fucking 12 years. So that's what you know, right?
Yeah.
You like darker skinned women, and
Well, I do like dark
that's
meat
just
on
who you are.
turkey too. I don't know how far this goes, but like,
Well, I think you're just one of those white boys that just likes.
I think deep down, okay. This is gonna sound weird, but anyways, I think I'm more black than most black people. I think I truly think that when it comes down to it, I eat more foods that traditionally are for those types, and I also date women that are also mostly towards that type. Uh,
Hmm.
it just seems a little suspicious. So
Well, no, I mean, I think you just have a type. I think you like dark hair and darker skin, and everybody has a type, right? Like
yeah,
I like brunettes. I like girls with nice eyes. Like eyes are the first thing that I notice on women, right? If the girl's got nice eyes and stuff like that, that's a tendency for what I have a tendency to go for, right? for the longest time, I never really had a type, right? It was just kind of like personality-wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's just one of those situations where everybody has a type, man. I mean, some people fucking date women and they actually like men, right? Like everybody has a type, right? It just depends on if you ever act on it, right? Some guys prefer black women, but all they've ever been with is white girls, right?
Yeah.
You know how you can tell what you're into? Look at your porn history. If your porn history is all fucking Asian and big black woman and fucking all this other shit, then you're not into white girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just straight up the way that it is. And you know, whether you follow up with that or whatever, then that's entirely up to you, right?
Yeah. Ooh, by the way,
Like-
speaking of foreign, did you see the new chicken nuggets that McDonald's has?
I have not.
They're called like Katsu chicken nuggets, and they're like a spicy
Really?
chicken nugget with a sweet curry dip sauce.
Oh, really? Oh, that sounds really good, actually.
I know. It's another example right there that I'm overly interested in something foreign, but whatever.
Yeah. No, I mean, you have your preferences, right? That's all. And what you don't like, and I think for you personally, it's you don't just prefer white girls, right? Plus, man, there's plenty of women out there, fucking especially black women, that would love to date a white boy, but you know, they just, you know, it is what they're intimidated or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I mean, we talked about this, like.
Yeah, but to them, that white chocolate might melt fast. I think that's what they're worried about.
I don't know about that. Chocolate is chocolate at the end of the day, right?
Oh, it is.
I mean, you
I was
know.
thinking about getting chocolate tonight, but probably not. I'll save that. Absolute peach. This fucking gallon of orange juice goes a long way. Alright.
And that plane dropping us off, like, could that shit get any louder?
Probably can, actually.
No prisoners.
When is your
Man, my
Cold War done downloading?
well, I'm saying this, which means that it's gonna slow the download down. One's in the boiler room. But yeah, I think it should probably be done in like probably another hour or two.
Molotov, out!
Alright.
How did another one get the fuck behind me?
I shot him in the face, don't worry about it. Oh no, someone else did.
Throw a grenade!
Come on, bruh.
Molotov, out!
Enemy in the boiler room.
Enemy UAV overhead. I got movement.
Did you ever see Coming to America, Duty, with Eddie Murphy?
No, I know,
Did you
yeah,
see
the
that?
second one is coming out.
Yeah, the second one's coming out.
Molotov,
It's one in there. It's one in there. I don't have bullets that'll shoot through that fucking door.
Bro, Judy, do you remember? Was it Undercover Brother? I think it was Undercover Brother. He fucking he's around white people for too long,
out! Movement!
Enemy
so he
in the
starts
forklift.
pulling out like bottles of mayo and shit like that. Like,
No fucking way. No way that dude killed all three of us. No fucking way.
Enemy at the train tracks.
How did I miss that one?
That sounded like a fucking enemy behind me.
You know, this is why I started playing Cold War. That fucking shotgun shot me from a quarter of a way across the map. That's horse shit.
One of the trains.
Enemy UAV
Look at that. That guy killed 3 of us with a shotgun within, like, literally a second time. That's ridiculous.
Reloading.
Yeah, I can just hear him running around everywhere.
He's on the roof, that's why.
This playing is Jigsaw.
He's on the roof of our spawn. Spawn flip.
Oh my god.
Is this game just getting more like hacky because everyone's playing Cold War and no one cares about this anymore? Like I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's
Enemy
gotta be
care
something
package
like that,
inbound.
man. I gotta start playing card games again.
Enemy
or something.
personal
This is
radar in the air.
fucking retarded.
No, I like killing people. Just
Enemy at the train tracks.
this take a
Still
seat.
confirmed. Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you. So, you never met her, but I dated this girl, like Brittany, for probably like 3 months, right? And her sister has like 6 kids, dude. And I tell you this, she literally has a kid with like every like minority you could possibly think of. Nah, bro, like she has 2 kids that are black, she has 1 kid that's white, she has another kid that's like Latino, like his dad's Mexican. And I'm like, god damn, bitch. I'm like,
She's got the whole fucking
facing
rainbow
like,
underneath her house, man. It's impressive.
Enemies
like a
UAV,
bag
step it up.
like a bag of Skittles, man.
I
2
know.
out of 3, man. The second one was white.
Yeah, you gotta get the
2 out of
trifecta.
3, bro. Come on, man.
Well, no, one of her boyfriend right now, he's either native or Asian. I can't
Oh,
remember.
she's going for the full world experience.
She's fine though. Like she's attractive as fuck. That's the
What
thing,
color?
right? She's white. She's a white girl.
Oh, then you can't count the white kids as minorities.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. Dude, and the thing
second
is,
one
like
you
her
Enemy Wilson
one
deployed.
son is like darker, right? And his dad's light skinned, and her other son, his dad's
Changing
dark
mag.
as fuck. And
Enemy UAV overhead.
he's like yellow, like beige. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Wait, is that Asian or
Makes perfect
Mexico?
sense. That's how genetics work, my man. This is why racism is retarded.
Yeah,
Same.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah,
But,
I don't just like when I hang someone, it's not a certain race. I hang anyone that I want. Like it has nothing to do with race.
Kill confirmed.
The fuck is
No,
this,
but,
medieval times?
I know,
hanging
no, I'm
folks,
just
bro?
too ghetto to actually have anything advanced.
Hold on.
This is some saran wrap, some twist
What the
ties.
fuck? Oh my
Got
god.
a personal radar.
Man, I
target.
wrapped
No,
my
but,
fucking
Kill confirmed.
my Secret Santa gift in tin foil and shit, and I put because I don't have wrapping paper, right? So
Oh.
Excuse me, bro.
it's not. I don't.
I'm taking round.
But she's like,
Oh, you
fucking, her sister's
bitch.
active as fuck though, man.
Well, you gotta
Like, in
get
comparison to the rest of the
the
daughters?
sister combo. You gotta get sister combo
She's
set up.
she sounds like a
Changing
humanitarian
mag.
to me, man. I like that you bring the world together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
World together.
Have to reload.
No.
Lord's
Yeah.
work.
No, you son of a
I'm an
bitch.
atheist.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
Oh,
but that's the
sorry.
thing. That's the
Get
thing.
me
She's like,
Enemy at the office.
what'd she say the one time though? She's like, nobody's gonna fuck with them because they're all boys. So all of her
Changing
kids are
mag.
boys, right? And her one son, he's like 3, and he's already like almost as tall as the one boy who's like 12. Fucking kid's tall as shit, man. He's like 4'2", and he's like 3.5, 4 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah, you should try to go for the golden goal. Instead of getting the sister combo, you try to get the mother-daughter combo or something.
Nah,
Check.
her mom's
You know what? It's
Come
about
on.
getting the goal. It's not about, you know, it's about crossing it off your list.
Personal radar is bingo fuel. Recalling
Okay.
Who cares every time you hit
Get it
that
out of-
shit?
get it out
Fucking
of the
dust
system.
pops out. All right, that's not.
In her case, it'd be a condom. She's like, oh, yeah,
Jesus. Yeah, from the 80s. Oh, wait, they didn't use them back then.
Enemy at the mine post.
That's one dead. Kill confirmed.
Yeah. You don't step in my bathroom unless I tell you to. Alright.
God damn it! Mine cars. We're losing big time.
That's alright, it's fucking...
Enemy at the scope down.
Think about interracial.
Oh, trust me, I was
just thinking about big white bitches.
I know. Trust me, I was in one for 12 years. I had a Guatemalan.
See, we were making progress, man. You're gonna go right back to the stereotype.
That's no,
Don't
bro.
dislike big ones, man.
Progress will never be made. I work with a lot of people, and let's just say they love the fat white girls. Okay, they say it to me all the time.
Yeah, but you know what though?
I like big asses too, so it's not like
yeah, but I've met a lot of Jamaicans that they just love thick women. That doesn't mean it's got to be some nasty obese fucking chick, but
yeah,
in the same sense, they're like, yeah, I don't want some girl with a fucking flat ass and shit like that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they want
conversation, but there's reasons for it.
They want a big ass and no attitude.
If you wanted to simplify it, yes. More to it, but yes.
Report for debrief.
They don't need all this attitude in their face, putting their hands all in my face.
Love to throw shit. Fucking TVs, remote controllers, fucking whatever.
I know, right? Better throw a baby at you too.
Oh my god.
Can we back up for a second? I want to take a quick hit. Just a little hitty poo. Just one little hitty poo.
Alright. I think that guy thought that we were fucking racist.
Yeah.
He's like, man, we don't just like fat white girls. And
Yeah, you
like,
do.
You love yourself. I was like, you love yourself a thick ass white girl. And he's like, yeah. And I
You
was
like that
exactly.
thick turkey ass. Like, that's what they like.
Oh my god.
Oh, I forgot my laptop had sound on it. I just replayed what it just said. Okay, that's funny. All right, I'm on. Yeah, absolute peach better. Absolutely. Oh, I got no orange juice left. Oh, oh shit. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Forgot I had my wings coming. Fuck. He buzzed. I didn't answer.
Really?
Yeah, I swear if you just left him sitting down there.
So, like, what happens in that situation?
Oh, he's buzzing
like,
again.
Did you
Hold on.
message him or? All right.
Hello? Okay, sorry about that. I'll buzz you in. Roscoe, stop. Go.
All right, there we go. I literally forgot that I've ordered food. Like, I don't know how many times I've done that. He like buzzed me and I guess I didn't answer, and he like sent me a message. He was like, "I'm downstairs in the lobby." So, And now I think I'm gonna regret the sauce that I got. I wanted to enjoy my wings as a meal. Now I think I'm gonna have to like fight through it to finish them. But he's gonna be at my door in a sec. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Got your you got your food?
Yep. A little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all right. I eat and play now, so.
You eat and play now?
Yeah, I just need to find where my paper
Are you
towels are. Oh, they're right there.
Okay.
There we go. Oh my god, that sauce! I just opened the container and the sauce literally just burnt my nose.
Really?
I don't know why I do this. I know the sauce is hot, but I'm like, oh, let's be a hero.
Well, you're challenging your own your personal best.
I know.
You're topping yourself.
I shouldn't have to do it 100% of the time though. I gotta give myself some space. It's like, oh, that's 400 pounds. Really? Let me try and lift it. Like.
you're putting more heat on the board, so to speak.
Well, that's what Sotia said because there were some parts inside a bin.
Huh?
And there were some parts inside a bin which makes the bin heavier, and I fucking just like took the bin and I fucking put. Sotia was like, "How the hell did you do that?" I'm like, I know it doesn't look like I can do it, but I just think of one bad thought and I can push that thing across the room. So
it's determination.
yeah. Sir, can you back out for? Can you give me like a 30 seconds?
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, is that a new map too? Military tank
Yeah,
factory.
it's like a tank factory or something like that.
I didn't know this game had new maps. I thought they were done because the new Call of Duty came out. So I give up on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's one of those situations where. Well, yeah, I think the season's over. I think the new content that came out in this, I think that was the last of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't
makes
think
sense.
there's any. I don't think because there's 4 seasons, right? So it's like spring, summer, fall, winter.
All right.
Right? So the winter content, I guess, just came out.
I like the fall and the winter. The fall and the winter content are always the best. The Halloween, the Christmas content.
Yeah. That's when you end up getting like the Christmas maps and shit like that.
Yeah. So what? Nuketown and Raid are the old maps that they brought back then?
Yeah, but those are for those are for. Sorry, they're not in this.
Oh, right.
The remake of Raid was only for Cold War. But I think.
Yeah, because they have Raid on 24/7 now in Cold War.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the game will be done downloading in 20 minutes. But I don't know if that includes everything.
Oh, copying. Yeah, it's probably got to copy
yeah,
still.
Well, no, you know when you launch the game and it tells you got to download like Shader Pack X and this pack 1 and fucking blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm almost certain because it says only 98 gigs and there's like 170 fucking gigs worth of shit. So I know for a fact that that's not everything. But you have to download the base game before you can install anything else. So
fucking stupid.
Like if it was me, why did it kick me back here? Oh, there we go. If it was me, I would just fucking download multiplayer. You know what I mean? Like, don't fucking force me to download all this
But
bullshit.
there's like two or three of them that say multiplayer, which is weird.
Yeah, it's like they split it up into like packages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it's a good thing in a way because it keeps shit kind of smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in the same sense, it's a bit annoying, right? Because like, if I say that I just want to download multiplayer, then just let me download fucking multiplayer.
Yeah. But they don't want that. They want you to get the whole deal.
Yeah, like they want you to get everything, and I don't think I should have to do that.
Well, no,
Right?
I never had to do
I
it
don't
before.
think Yeah, but whatever.
Do you remember the
I mean, it
sauce
is
that
what
I
it
got,
is.
or no? Do you remember me saying the name?
No, I don't remember clearly what sauce it was called.
Oh shit! Here we go. Why did I do this?
How is it?
I'm about to take a bite of the smallest wing, and
Okay.
I'll let you know. I have a full glass of liquor in front of me, so. Okay, come on. Come on. Balls up! The bone actually burnt my thumb.
Huh?
The bone, it like burnt my thumb when I like held the wing while I bit it. Oh no, that just stings. Oh no, that just stings the tongue for a little bit. Like.
Like.
That's one bite, and I'm already in half my tongue's burning, and I'm reaching for my drink already.
Yeah. So, all in all,
delicious.
What's your? Are you actually gonna eat that? Are you gonna finish it all, or is that just too spicy?
I have to. I didn't go to work today. I need a challenge.
Yeah.
I'm sad that this is the challenge. I'll be sweating soon.
My God.
I actually feel my forehead getting moist already off one bite.
Oh, buddy.
Oh! I laughed and I sniffed at the same time, and it was right over the wing. It was just burned the nostril a little bit. And then I saw Fuck me. Fuck me waiting the wing.
What?
All right. Oh my god. I sucked the meat right off that bone.
All right. All right.
Oh no, my head's starting to get itchy. That's not good. Because your head gets itchy when you eat hot shit. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go for the biggest wing in here. I'm gonna eat. Oh, the bone burns. Okay, I'm gonna eat it all in one sitting here. Hold on. Fuck. This was the second hottest sauce there. The other one should have just said plug your butthole.
Plug your butthole, you said? Give you diarrhea?
Oh yeah. That's so weird. My football team's like, yeah, let's win 11 games in a row. That's a great idea. You know what's a better idea? Let's just lose the next fucking 3 games in a row. That adds to the fucking frustration. They lost to 2 teams that have 2 wins. Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
That is that
They lost
that
to a
is
team.
shitty.
They lost to a team that has no name. They lost to a team that has 2 wins. And they lost to the Buffalo Bills, which I hate to say, but they're actually pretty good this year. But oh my god, it's actually sweat from my forehead. Okay, so like, I was pissed. I get home from work the other day, and they're down 17-0. I'm going, I don't want to break my monitor right now. Like, I really don't. I like felt like it. I almost punched my monitor. I was watching on my laptop, and I almost punched my monitor like 8 different times for the first time ever. Like,
really?
It's so funny how I should be happy that my team won 11 in a row. But since they lost 3 in a row, it's kind of taking them out of contention to have a better spot in the playoffs. But they're losing to shit teams. And I'm going, what the fuck is... Like, I get it. There's injuries on the defense, literally. There's 6 injuries for starters on the defense. Next man up. I don't believe in an injury affects a team. But I know damn well when you have 6 starters that are injured, that literally... make or break the game. 2 of those starters had the most sacks in the whole league. So when you lose those guys, teams are going to score on you, right? And fucking,
of course. I mean, like, when you lose your entire first string, defense, that's like that's who protects the quarterback, and that's who actually allows people to make plays. And
the guys that are replacing them just got hurt in the last game. So now we need to find other... Yeah, so the guys that were replacing the first stringers got hurt. So now we have to replace the second stringers or the third stringers with fourth and fifth stringers, or people that we find off the street. So that's how bad this whole year is. Like... Teams get injured, they have COVID, they can't use certain players. Of course, mine are all injuries and not COVID, thank God, but...
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't feel my tongue.
Yeah, so wait, I thought it was COVID related.
No, it was injury related. They had a lot of big injuries 2 weeks ago. Big injuries.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucked. My team was the best team in the league for 11 weeks. And they started getting injuries, and now they're losing 3 games in a row, and 2 of those teams are fucking bottom feeders. Now, the last 2 teams we play are Indianapolis and Cleveland, which both have winning records. Like, they're both decent teams ready to make the playoffs. So if we lose to those 2, it'll be 11-5 record. Think of it. You're going into playoffs losing 5 games in a row. That's not good. Okay? Your morale and your momentum is definitely down. So...
Yeah.
I'm happy that they'll make the playoffs because that's all I care about. Because once the playoffs start, those games are different. So I just want them to make the playoffs. I swear to God, if they win 11 in a row and somehow find a way to not make it to the playoffs, I don't know what I would do. It'd probably be the first time in a while that I fucking put a hole in a wall. I'd rip my closet door right off the hinge because I'm like, what's the possibility of that happening, right? What sport do you know that only has a fucking 17-week season and you win 11 of those and you still don't make the playoffs? That would be fucked up.
Yeah. No, I agree. So 17 weeks and they play 17 times, right? Once a week?
They play 16 times because every team gets a bye week where they get the week off. Okay. But our bye week was taken from us because of COVID. So we didn't have a bye week. We had to actually play.
Yeah.
So we didn't. So that's what I mean. My team was at a disadvantage. And then other teams got to reschedule their games to heal up their players, but my team didn't. So I just found it a little disadvantage, but they were still winning. So I was like, all right, that's not too bad. Yeah. But when you're the undefeated team, though, you get every team's best punch. Like... That's just how it works. Teams come to that game ready. They want to be the one to beat the undefeated team, right?
Right.
So.
No, that makes sense. It's just, it's crazy to me that they're losing to, lesser than teams, right? So it kind of seems like they were going into it thinking that this should kind of just be like easy, You know what I mean? And then it kind of seems like that wasn't the case. You know what I mean?
Well, let
Like-
me give you an example, okay? The game that just happened, a player
Right.
on my team decided to go to the middle logo on the field and do a TikTok video dancing on the other team's logo. Do you know what happened to that guy? My quarterback threw him the
That's-
ball. He ran 3 feet. Someone hit him so hard that he did like a fucking backflip and he fumbled the ball and the other team picked it up and scored a touchdown.
Wow.
Leave your TikToks at home. Like, what the fuck do you need to dance on another team's logo?
Well, that's a sign of disrespect too, right? Like that's big time disrespect. Did the guy get injured or was
No.
he just like fucked up?
Just embarrassed.
No. Yeah, I guess you're pulling some shit, right? And somebody's like, okay, all right, if that's what we're doing,
I know, right?
if that's what we're going for, then that's what it is, right? So, I mean, I get it. Right? Like sometimes people just talk shit or just do some dumb shit. And then all of a sudden somebody's like, "Oh, okay." Well, it was like what team was it? They walked on they had the Canadian flag in their locker room, and the players were like walking on it.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, I think it was the the women's U.S. hockey team had the Canadian flag, and they were walking on it.
Wow.
And I guess the Canadian team fucking heard about it, like before the game, and just went out there and just fucking smoked them, like just destroyed them, right? And it's like that's just straight up disrespectful, man. Like you're gonna put another like who in that locker room thought that was a good fucking idea? You know what I mean?
know.
Like who in that locker room had the idea of let's fucking take another nation's flag, put it on the ground, and walk all over it.
Yeah, it never turns out well.
Like, I mean, I'm not the most patriotic person in the world, but if I was in the room with somebody like an American and they took a Canadian flag and wiped their ass with it, I'd punch them right in the face.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I would
Like-
suffocate him with that flag.
I mean, like, you know what? I mean, I'm Canadian, and sometimes my country annoys the fuck out of me, but national pride is still. I'm still proud to be a Canadian, right?
Yeah.
I'm fucking happy that I'm glad as fuck that I'm not an American.
That
You know,
whole
but
Trump and Biden
there's a
shit.
line. Yeah, there's a line that you just don't cross, right? Even an unpatriotic person, if you showed them a video of them like wiping their ass with another nation's flag, people would be like, "You fucked up." You know what I mean? Like that's some shit that you don't do. But yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Fucking, how many fucking social media accounts does Kayla have, man?
Probably a lot.
Honestly, fuck, dude. This woman's got like 3 different fucking Instagram accounts, and she's got like,
Well, yeah, she's got 2. She's got her rock art one, and then she's got her Kayla Shaw one, and then it just.
I think she's
she
got the one for Roscoe and
Yeah.
the cat, I think,
Yeah.
and all this other stuff, dude. I was like, how many Instagram accounts does one person need, right? But I don't know, man. Fucking. I tried to follow her on her like main
Yeah.
like Instagram account, and she wouldn't let me.
Well, yeah,
I
because
was
she
like, what the
thinks that
fuck?
you're using it for me, because that's how she thinks, probably.
Yeah, I didn't even do it like that. I was just like, oh, people you might know, and I was like, oh, I have all of her accounts except that one, and I thought it was weird. I was like, why would you let me follow your rock one and your dog one, but you're not gonna let me follow the fucking
Well, it's
your
simple
main one,
because
right?
she doesn't post the same shit on that one, right?
Yeah. No, and you're right. She probably thinks that I'm gonna fucking report back to you on whatever it is that she does, right?
Yeah. Like I care.
So-
Like in a few months, she'll probably find a guy, and knowing her, she'll probably give it up in the first week, even though she claimed last time she's like, "Oh, I'd wait a month," and I'm like, in my head, I was like, "Bullshit! Like, fuck off." So she'll just end up getting drunk with someone that she's had a few good texts or conversations with, and she'll end up having sex and having a boyfriend and going through the whole process again. Except he's going to be calling her out on all her shit. I was patient enough to just let her do it because I didn't want to start more fights. So her life's going to be like that because that's who she is. So I don't care about that. And the fact that she actually thinks that I do by actually refusing your request, trust me, that's actually how I know that. She wouldn't refuse you for any other reason other than that. So, like, I don't really care that she goes out and drinks with guys. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I've always been like that with her. So the fact that she gets that idea that, like, and I've never been on her Facebook or any of her social media shit. I don't. I think she's following me on the rock art on Instagram. And that's her just being a fucking nosy bitch. And you know what?
Yeah.
I counteracted that. I put up a post the other day that I knew Sotia would fucking like, and she fucking liked it. And what's good is she's the only person that liked it, which is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
So now she'll look at that and be like, oh, that's the only person that liked it? Oh, who is she? And she'll click on her picture, and she'll see like fucking 300 pictures of this sexy-ass Asian with double Ds and in a bikini. And she'll be like, well, obviously he's moved on, right, with knowing her attitude. So, hey, whatever you can, I can easily manipulate that process too. I know your Rockar account is on my, is following my main account. I know that. She probably thinks that I forget about it. So, I don't know. I'm not too worried that she's probably gonna bang another guy in 3 months' time. You know, that's probably what she's gonna end up doing.
That's not gonna make you jealous.
Absolutely not.
Like
man.
if you
12 years.
It's not going to upset you at all.
No.
Like if you saw that some guy was railing her, it wouldn't upset you.
Nope. 12 years, man. 12 years gives you the confidence knowing that doesn't matter what guy's with her, doesn't matter how big it is, blah 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 blah. She's going to have the best memories from me. So she's gonna have all the romantic moments and all the countries and all the hotels with the roses and the flowers, rose petals spelt out with romantic dinners and expensive jewelry. And no guy's gonna be able to do that. So as soon as that guy gives up for 1 second, she'll call him on it and be like, "Why don't you love me anymore?" You know, trust me, it's gonna be like that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, whatever dude it is, he's got big shoes to fill, right? That's the thing. But I mean, the good thing is though is like you're mature, right? You're not one of those you're not going to be one of those crazy exes, you know what I mean, that fucking freaks out or whatever, right? And that's maturity, right? That's being an adult and being like, you know, whatever, you know, people move on. Right? That's just the way it is. And that's admirable, man. Most people after that long, they wouldn't be like that, right? You know, the first time that they like see a picture of them, their ex with somebody or some other guy or something like that, your mind just starts to wander and whatever, right? But you know, it's admirable, man. At least you're doing it the mature way, right?
Well, yeah, like what am I gonna be worried about? That he takes her to a 3-star hotel? Like,
Nah, I mean, more or less, right? Like, it's. I guess it's like the idea that, you know, she's opening up to somebody else, right? And there's that closeness. You know what I mean? I don't worry so much about like with Kate. I almost called her Steph. With Kate. I mean, I don't, you know, it's not like the vacations and stuff like that I worry about. For the longest time, it was the friendship, right? Like, it was somebody has that now and I don't have it anymore, right? Like, somebody has all that time and everything and it's not mine anymore. But then I realized, you know, it was never really mine in the first place. You know what I mean? I was just borrowing it, right? I was just in the picture. And, you know, I just had to face up with my mistakes and the things that I did wrong, and you know, when I get into my next relationship, do better. Right? That's what I have to do. I just have to fucking do better. You know, I have to realize that my temper is a very serious fucking problem, and my anger issues are a serious problem, and you know, I gotta fucking do better.
See,
If
I'm in a weird position. I don't really think that I blame myself for a lot of shit. Like, when it comes down to it, it's not like I was repeating multiple things that annoyed her.
No, man, but I mean, the thing is though is that I mean you made mistakes just as much as she did, right? And again, I can't, I wasn't around for fucking half of this shit, so I don't even know the half of what you guys had to go through, right? But there's mistakes on both sides of the fence, right? It's whatever you did is what you did, and whatever she did is what she did, right? The problem is that when you get dumped, it's different, okay? When I was with why the fuck do I almost keep calling her Steph? When I was with Kate, there was multiple times, duty, where I just wanted out. I was like, fuck this shit. I was like, I want out. I tried to break up with her like 5 times. I was like, I'm done. And she's like, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'll be different. I'll do this. I'll do this. Dude, I was done. I was done like fucking 2 years into our relationship. I was like, I'm done. I'm like, I don't want this anymore. Right? And I really, truly fucking tried to break up with her. But I loved the girl. Right? And I was just like, fuck. As angry as I was and as much as I just wanted out and to be fucking done with the shit, I always stood around. I stuck around because I fucking loved the girl, right? And this girl did a lot for me. She did more for me than any other female I've ever been with. You know, Kate set my standard of what an actual decent woman is. You know, she cared about my health. She cared about my eyes. She cared about me being able to see and my fucking teeth and going to the doctor and all this shit. Like, she took care of me, right? So that's a standard for me that I have moving forward. And, you know, I wanted fucking out, but I stuck around. And then eventually it got to the point where Kate didn't want to be with me anymore. And I was completely fucking blindsided. And this resentment and this bitterness that she had been building up for fucking for over a year. You know, Kate just didn't like me as a person. And, you know, you got to be fucking, I have to be real with myself. I was lazy. I got fat. I didn't want to fucking work out anymore. I didn't want to go anywhere. I was lazy as shit, not because I'm not an energetic person who wants to do things. It's because I gained 150 fucking pounds. Right? I literally gained a person. So the Ryan that she met that wanted to run around and climb up fucking rocks and fucking go swimming and jump off of fucking cliffs and constantly whoop, 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 all fucking night because I was 220 pounds, you know, of muscle versus the Ryan who's 335 pounds of fucking body fat. Kate didn't want to be with that person. I was fat, lazy, unmotivated. All I did was fucking scream and yell because I hated myself and because I was fucking miserable with my lifestyle and I was miserable with the way that I looked. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. I fucking blamed her. I blamed her for all of it. I'm like, this fat fucking bitch. Like, she ruined me, right? And that made me hate her. And I treated her like shit for a long fucking time. I blamed all of this shit on her. She was just trying to help. But I took all my shit out on her. And eventually it got to the point where she was like, you know what? Fuck this. And she was done. And that's why it was so hard for me. It was so hard for me because it wasn't me making the choice, right? And any man can say, oh, you know, I'm the king of my own fucking universe and shit like that. But when somebody comes in and basically just smacks you and goes, you're not shit, and you have no control, you either accept it or you try and overcompensate, right? And being dumped fucking sucks. It sucks. And
Well, it depends
you know,
how you look at it. Because in my situation, I don't look at it that way. Even though she's the one that left, I don't look at it as that because she left on the wrong reasons of her not intelligently understanding the situation fully.
Well, I don't. I mean, that's open for interpretation, though. The way that she sees things
is wrong.
How she sees things. No, but you can't say that. I mean, what's so wrong about it?
I can because you could just tell by her attitude. The fact that she goes out of her way to literally over-exaggerate certain situations is it. She's an impulse person that makes her decision based on emotion and not thought. And you could tell that because she makes all these decisions when she's fucking angry, upset, or sad. She's never made one decision when she was fucking sober.
Yeah, but here's a question. So initially, here's what I thought. Initially, when you told me this like months ago, you said that, you know, when Kayla starts drinking, she gets emotional and she fights and she becomes this different person and she just like morphs into this like cunt, right? And at the time, I was like, well, bro, you know, ask her to stop drinking and shit like that. I think what I realized is it was both of you together.
No,
Drinking.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't, man.
So there was times where she was just drunk and she just morphed into this fucking like horrible person.
Yes.
And you were like completely sober?
Yes. It doesn't matter how many drinks I've had or if I didn't have any drinks. I'm always the same way.
Yeah.
Like, everyone can accompany that. Fucking restaurants, fucking waitresses. That's just how I am. I'm not any different. The thing with her is that she couldn't handle a certain amount. So she would start getting sloppy and stupid and just getting down to that level. So, like, that happened a lot. And I'd have to tell her the next morning what she did. Which told me that she didn't remember it, which means that she wouldn't remember it in the future, knowing that she was being a bad person multiple times.
Yeah.
So,
But
she's going to have to realize that very quick. The next guy she's dates, trust me, when he tells her, she'll be like, well, that's funny. Denny used to tell me that too. And then she'll start to maybe realize it.
No, and dude, here's the thing, I get this. And I'm going to be... Let me be perfectly honest with you, okay? And you can take it however you want to take it. You can tell me to fuck off. You can tell me to do whatever. I'm concerned about your drinking.
Well, you shouldn't have to be, because it's only because of the holidays.
I get it. I 100% get it, dude, but I'm concerned.
Well, I don't do it when I don't do it on days that I work.
I know.
That's usually when the concern happens, though, is when I'm doing it and then going to work, or if I'm doing it after work. I only do it on my day off, and it's not every day off either. Because I only bought this shit because I actually had no weed or anything. And then and then my buddy texted me today and he was like, "Yeah, I can come over today." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet." So now I have a substitution, but I already have my hot wings.
Yeah.
So, but
no, I know. I'm just, you know,
I get it.
It's just, I don't know.
No, you're right. I get it. It's not a bad thing for you to suggest that.
No, dude, I love you. I do. I really do. I care about you. I love you like a brother, and it's concerning to me. So you can take that as it is.
No, I take it positively. I don't take anything. You know, I take it as it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the thing is, though, is that, you know, Kayla and her shit and, you know, all that other stuff, that is what it is. It's like you said, it's somebody else's responsibility. Right? And, you know, she needs to realize that she has a fucking drinking problem. And if she doesn't realize that, she needs to realize, regardless of whether she knows it or not, I'm pretty sure you told me both of her parents were fucking drunks and shit like that, and that's why she got given up for adoption. Because they didn't have any money, and all they did was... Kayla told me that her real parents, all they did was fucking drink.
Yeah, you know what's
That's
funny?
all they did.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? Is I don't know why she's even fucking saying that. She doesn't know anything about her parents. I hate when she fucking says shit like that. It's almost like she has to fucking fill in the blank just because she thinks she needs an answer for that question. It actually pisses me off, other than her just saying, I don't know, which is the real answer. Think of it. Just think of this logic, okay? She got put up for adoption at 4, okay? Her step-parents that she has now never told her anything. So how the fuck would she know that her parents were alcoholics? Yeah. She can't get any of those records without her stepmom's permission. So she's never gotten the information from her mom, but somehow she knows that her parents were alcoholics and blah 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 and blah blah blah. It's like, fuck off. Like, are you trying to make it that your life was harder so you have more of excuses to fucking be an idiot in life? Like, I don't know what the reason is. Like, your life wasn't hard. Like, stop fucking acting like it was. I hate when adopted people do that. It fucking pisses me off. You know, you got put in a great home fucking great parents that paid for everything, drove you everywhere. And that's why you
Yeah.
fucking grew up a spoiled little brat.
Yeah, but you know what, dude? Like the thing is that she's got her own problems. All right, Kayla was fucked up before you met her. You know what I mean? And when you guys first met, I never expected that you guys would be together for 12 years.
Yeah, I straightened her out, but then
No.
some other problems
No,
started to come out.
Bro, she had a reputation before you met her, and I knew her. And I heard fucking stories, and it's like, oh, that's hearsay and bullshit and blah 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 blah. I heard stories. Like I saw her exes, I know like all of that shit, right? I know she has a history. Everybody has a history, right? But anyway, regardless, she liked the drink way before you guys started dating,
Oh, I know.
right?
She was drunk when I
um,
met her. She was drinking with her friends that whole night. I was the only one that me and you were the only ones that didn't drink. I was just smoking weed.
Dude, every single time I used to see her, I would ask her, I was like, why are you always fucking drunk? And part of that, she's like, why do you have to be such a downer? She's like, Mallory, why are you fucking dating this guy? Like, he doesn't even like to party or do anything. And I was like, you fucking drunk bitches.
I know, right?
I was like, you fucking dumb bitches. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, I would come home to the fucking house in Hamilton after, like, her and fucking Kayla and everybody else were there. Dude, and there'd be fucking vomit everywhere. Like, there is more to it than the whole thing with Kayla. Like,
Well, obviously, so she's probably going to revolt to who she was back then. now.
probably. I mean, if
Right?
anything, like,
Fighting with her
the girl
parents
blames
because...
the girl blames you for everything under the fucking sun.
Oh, I know.
You know, the fact that
I've
she's
always
like,
told you for a long time, she never takes any... It doesn't matter if it's something small, any responsibility for herself or anything. It's always someone else's fault. It's a pretty
Yeah,
big
she
issue when
blames you
someone
for
can't
everything.
admit they did something wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a two-way street, right? You've got things that you need to deal with too. You did some fucked up shit, I'm guessing, during your relationship, right?
Really?
It's a two-way street.
No, there isn't, man.
Both of you.
I never did anything fucked up. All I did was listen to my lawyer, because if I didn't, Kayla would be owing $80,000 to repay back the attendant care retribution fund. So I don't... That's her issues. She wanted marriage. She wanted kids. I couldn't do it. I was in the middle of a lawsuit. I couldn't do it. Kayla was working for me for years. If we got married on paper, she would have had to pay back $80,000 that she didn't believe me on. I almost wanted her to just go down that road just to learn the fucking lesson.
But I thought, okay, so this is what I'm not understanding. When you said that when all that shit was happening, right, in the beginning, you said, and you told me this, okay, and this is what I'm going off of, not just pulling shit out of my ass, right? You said that you were cold to her, that you didn't even want to touch her or fucking look at her, and you just wanted nothing to do with her.
No.
That she was just a space in the room.
No,
That's
that was
what
just
you said
after
to me.
surgeries. No, that was... No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that's just after surgeries. That's when the problems hit. Because I've had so many... Man, I've had 9 surgeries. So every time I had a surgery, that was the mood that I was in. I had to be selfish. I had to recover. I needed my time, my space. I needed to do stuff so I can recover. And over time, she thought that was neglect, when it wasn't. It's just because I had so many surgeries. And after surgeries, it's hard to explain to someone what it's like, but it fucking sucks. And it's not just normal surgeries. The one was 5 hours. I literally stopped breathing. It's on paper. I stopped breathing. Like, that's the second time. So it's like I have all this bullshit, so I don't expect someone to be giving me shit because I didn't give them some attention after my surgeries.
Yeah. But
I'll always admit when I did something wrong. Always. There's no reason for me to hide it. I'm not that type of person to hide it. You know?
Right.
But for her to make it out that way, That's what's frustrating as fuck. Because the whole time she was supposedly on my side, being like, heal up, do whatever you got to do. But then later on, it's a different story. Just like traveling. Oh, well, you dragged me to all these places. Really? Oh, you wanted to get those pictures with all those girls and really? Like, why does it seem like you just want to make shit up to put everything on me now? It was her idea with the girls in Vegas. It was her idea. Like, it's just
you're the devil, man. Like, dude, believe me, I dealt with the same thing with Kate. What the fuck? I keep wanting to call her Steph.
I know it's weird for today.
Dude, it's like the fucking third time.
Beth.
So Steph. I want to call her Steph. But no, like Kate blames me for everything. The debt is all my fault. She's in debt because of me. Everything's my fault. I never paid for anything. I never paid any bills. All I ever did was spend money on shoes. I was emotionally and mentally abusive to her, and I ruined everything, and she's a victim, and she's a victim of abuse, and I can't hurt her anymore, and all this other shit. Bro, like, the shit that I had to fucking deal with, man, is just nuts, okay? And you know what? I admit it, like calling her a cunt and all this other shit. She's like, nobody's ever said that to me before. And she said that. She's like, nobody has ever called me a cunt before. And to me, it was just like cutting through fucking butter. I was like, you dumb cunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to me, it was just another fucking word, right? But now that I look at it, that's like some evil shit. Right, like you don't call it.
Yeah,
woman,
I've never said that word once to Kayla in 12 years. I knew that word's a trigger word. I already knew that.
Yeah,
but you know what I didn't know? Calling her crazy is a trigger word too.
Oh yeah, of course.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know
quick.
what, Duty? At the end of the day, you guys love each other. You know, you guys love each other.
I'm just happy I had someone to have those memories around the world with. I'm happy for that. I don't take that for granted. I'm glad that I had someone with me there for those memories. So that it's not like I've wasted my time or that was all wasted money.
No.
So,
no, but the sad part is that Kayla thinks that that's the case.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, it was all a waste. Everything was a waste. And I was like, you're an evil bitch.
She doesn't understand life.
I was like, you know that?
She doesn't understand you have to live life. You don't.
She was like, it was all a waste.
You work to live. You don't live to work.
Oh, in her eyes, you should have bought her a house and done all this other shit, right?
Well, I may as well be talking to her mom then, because that's probably the only reason why she was talking like that ever. Her mom is literally the fucking Antichrist. She's the third Antichrist. There's no doubt about it. She's worse than Hitler. At least Hitler didn't lie, okay? Hitler told the truth, and he got people to fucking follow him. I'd rather have Hitler as her dad than have her as her mom.
Yeah.
I hope no one's watching my stream. I'm going to get a lot of comments about that
one. You know, it is what it is, dude. I mean, you have those memories and everything, but you know what? This is an experience for you too, though. Right? Like this is something. It's somewhat new. If you don't learn anything from this situation, dude, even the last 12 years was just a failure. Right? Take the best parts of everything from that relationship. Hold on to those things. Value that. The best parts of Kayla, all the things that you loved, look for that in the next woman that you look for. Hardworking, strong work ethic, but this time the things that you hate, not independent, blah, 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 blah. The next girl that you fucking go for, make sure she checks all of those boxes,
I know.
Right?
And what's sad is I think I found it, but just not pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
And for someone like me, if anyone really actually knows me, they would find that to be very weird. The fact that I'm not pulling the trigger or saying what I want to say So, kind of don't know what I'm waiting for. I think I'm just going with my own rule and just taking as it comes, and if it comes, it comes. Like it's I can't rush anything anymore, man. I almost felt like I was pressured that night with Kayla, and I don't regret it. I don't regret every year, every minute I've spent with Kayla. I don't care of all the bad things she's done to me, or the the bad shit that I've done to her because of my injury process. But there's no excuse. Doesn't matter if I was injured or not, or how many surgeries I had. I could have acted differently. I could have made her feel more wanted. It's hard to make an excuse up. I just wasn't ready to deal with what I was dealing with. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know how it was going to affect me emotionally and mentally. I didn't know it was going to make me feel like I'm a piece of shit and that I'm not able to do anything in this world no more, and I don't feel needed by anybody, and I can't do anything, which means I'm just literally, I'd rather just die because I'm not fucking used for anybody in life right now. Like for 3 years, that's how I felt. Like I was just taking up empty space in life. That's all I was doing. I was wasting empty space in life. And it's hard to explain to people how that really feels. And at first, they told me I wasn't going to walk again. How that feels. And then dealing with that for weeks. And and then there's other shit that goes above that. Of course there is. There's years of shit like that. And it's hard to explain to someone what that feels like other than just saying it and it sounded like an excuse. That, I acted this way because of this. That's why I don't like really saying it, because it just feels like an excuse. Well, yeah, I acted like that because, I had, 9 surgeries and blah, 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 blah. It just sounds like an excuse, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah. No, and I mean, you know what, Duty? That's I think more or less that's something that you built up, right? That it's an excuse. It's not an excuse. The everything that you just told me is the most honest you've been with me about what happened and how you were feeling since I think probably ever regarding your surgeries and shit like that. I think honestly what you just said to me was a breakthrough. If you're looking through it in that
I wouldn't
sense.
call.
You basically just told.
It's a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough to you.
No, but it's the truth. It's the first time that you've openly said, you know what, man? You know what? I felt like shit. I felt like I was fucking useless. I felt like I couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? That I was just wasting space, and that I might as well just fucking kill myself. You know what I mean? That's true. And like you said, man, there's no way to explain how that feels. I don't know how that feels. I don't know. I know it definitely had an effect on you, whether you want to call it that or not, but it did. You know what I mean? Feeling like you're worthless and that you can't do anything and that you're just a body in a room, you know what I mean? After 3 years, that's going to fucking do something to you, man. Like, you're basically going to spend the rest of your life running away from ever feeling like that again. You're never going to let yourself feel like that again. Never. It would, so whether you said that out loud or whether you said it in your own head or whether you said it subconsciously, that is 100% what it would have been. Eventually, you're like, you know what, I'm going to get out of this situation, and I'm going to fucking prove everybody wrong, and it's all going to be different, and I'm never going to fucking feel this way again. And at the end of the day, what you might not realize is that you're closing a bunch of emotions off at the same time. It's okay to fucking feel sad and fucking feel depressed and shit. I don't care what anybody says.
I don't feel sad. I've never felt sad.
That's the thing,
angry.
dude. That you 100%. But that's the thing, though. You there's a part of you that just snapped. Whether you believe it or not, there's a part of you that snapped. You basically just, there was nothing. There was no sadness. There was no tears. There was just anger and frustration and just building up over years and years and years and years. And eventually, that's all you have. All you have is just rage. Right? And believe me, I know about that shit firsthand, dude. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. It's destructive. It never did me any favors ever. You know, I used to wake up and fucking just be angry about everything. I was like, anger gets me to work. Anger gets me through my shift. You know what I mean? Anger does fucking everything. And then eventually it was anger gets me arrested. Anger gets me put in jail. You know what I
know,
mean?
but
All
it's
this other shit.
yeah.
No, but I get it. I get it.
It's just
cool
starting
for
to get.
you.
No, I know it's. Yeah, I know. It's worse for someone like me because, like, when you have the money that I have, I don't have those concerns that I'm worried about being arrested. I'm worried about going to jail. I'm worried about, especially when I'm single. I don't have to worry about someone.
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of stepping back into some of those thought processes. Like I told someone at work that yesterday, if I came home to a note on my door, I would literally forearm my neighbor's door open and not give a shit. I'd pay for the door. I'm moving out soon. I'd pay for the fine. I could care less. The fact is that I have this money and I'm feeling sometimes a little bit angry. It's not that it worries me. It's just that because of COVID, I won't be in the situations where I don't have to worry about it because I'm not around people. But having the money that I have and knowing that I can just pay my bail and it's over and done with, I don't care about it. It makes these decisions a little bit more worrisome because I'm not thinking about bail. I'm not thinking about going to jail. I'm not thinking about any of that because that shit don't matter to me. I could care less if I go to jail for it. Fuck, that just runs in my family. Like, I'm the only one in my family that hasn't gone to jail. My dad's been to jail for a fucking year and a half. My brother's been to jail twice, once for a year, the other time for 2 years, and they were all in Barton. So he was there for 3 years total. So it was like, so I'm the only one that hasn't been there, but it's not like if I was there, it wouldn't be good. I would neither be getting beat up by gangs or something because I'm a fighter. That's just how I am. I would right away show that I ain't no bitch, and I don't care how many times I get jumped. I'm gonna fight every second of the day if I have to. And at one point they're gonna stop because they're gonna realize that it ain't worth it. It's not worth someone on their crew getting hurt every time because they're trying to jump me. Because eventually, every time they do it, I'm gonna hurt someone every time. One person every time is gonna get hurt bad. And knowing me, I'll be like, you know what? I got so much money in my fucking bank right now. I'm going to fucking make a weapon, and I'm going to make sure this shit doesn't happen again. And I know that even though I say that now, I think that that's a pretty rare possibility. Once I'm in there and I see this shit happening and I've been jumped a couple times, I think that my mind would quickly go to, let's get a weapon, and when this happens again, 3 of them are going to be dead. I think that's about what my mind would jump to. Now it's a hard possibility to think of, but when I'm in there and I've been beat up a few times because they're a bunch of pussies and they have to do it in groups, I think I would go psychotic. That would be the first time I would probably lose it and go psychotic. And I think if I would ever kill someone in life, it would probably be in jail. It wouldn't be on the streets, I don't think. It'd be in jail because I'd be defending myself.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Duty. So when we were growing up, you especially when we were younger and then when we became adults, you're always better than me. Okay? And what I mean by that is,
what, I know a few more math problems than you? Like, what do you mean?
No. It doesn't have you were always more driven. You were always striving towards success. You always made smarter decisions. You always let your work ethic and everything drive what you're doing. The craziness and the violence and the fucking rage and all that shit, that was always my thing, right? So when I say this kind of stuff to you, I tell you, like, I'm concerned about the direction that you're going in because you're kind of just letting the demons in. And what I'm concerned about is you've been fucking bottling this shit up for a long fucking time. And I know the road that you're heading down. And what I am worried about is one day you're going to fucking go to walk out of your apartment and somebody's going to fucking say something and you're going to snap. You're going to do what I did in just one moment. And then the next thing you know, you've fucking cold cocked somebody and knocked them unconscious. And then all of a sudden you have a criminal record and you can't travel and you can't do all this other shit. Listen, I'm not trying to fucking patronize you.
No. I'm listening.
What I'm saying to you is I've been down that road, dude. Dude, you have no clue. Like, you don't know, like, dude, I've had people try and stab me. I've been shot at. Dude, like, some of this stuff, there's some stuff I just don't talk about. Okay? I've been jumped multiple times. I've had people pull knives on me. I was shot at. You know what I mean? Dude, I've been down that road. And you're better than that. And I get that you're going through some shit, and I can't try and tell you what you're feeling because I don't know. But what I know is that you've got a lot of fucking anger, duty, and you're better than that. I know you are. I know you're better than that because you're not like me. All right? You don't want that shit. You don't want a criminal record. You don't want fucking the guilt of dealing with all the bullshit.
Yeah, but that becomes the problem though. Is that you think like that because you're in a different position than I am. I don't think like that because I could care less and I could just pay my way out of everything. That's what makes it hard for me right now. Is that I don't hesitate because I could care less what the fine is. Money rules. Worry about money. Money makes decisions for people.
I completely understand. What I'm saying is
knowing that I can just break someone's jaw, pay a fine, go to court a few times, and then get out of it. That's. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it. I'm just using that as an example. That
I 100% get it, duty. Whether you believe it or not, I can hear it in your voice. There's nothing there but anger. And I 100% understand it. And listen, I'm not trying to patronize you. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh man,
say what you gotta say.
I'm not like that. I've known you for fucking 20 years. Longer than that. You know what I mean? And me and you dealt with some fucking bullshit, and we dealt with fucked up shit, dude. But you know what? At the end of the day, me and you actually came out pretty fucking decent. Pretty fucking decent. And at this point in your life, you do not, like, want to go there. I understand. I'm not saying that you're, like, going to go outside and fucking buy a gun and start shooting people and shit like that.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm just saying the anger and everything that you're feeling right now, you're better than that. I know you are. I know 100% you are. You're 100% better than that. And the thing is that I know that you're feeling that now, but if you can get past that shit and deal with it in your own way without being destructive, I'm 100% certain in a year or two from now, you'll be making more money than I am, and you'll be in a better position, and you'll have a fucking girlfriend or a wife or whatever. So however you're feeling right now, out of the two of us, you were always the one who was the most level-headed. 100%. When I was doing crazy shit and I was getting arrested and calling you from jail and all this other dumb shit, you were fucking working every day and doing overtime and all that other shit. If anything, I was the one who constantly had to play fucking catch-up. Right? So what I'm saying is that I don't want to see you throw that guy away in light of what's going on. And it's hard without trying to make it like it's a more super complicated, emotional, boohoo fucking shit. That's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm getting at is how you feel right now and the things that you're talking about and everything like that. I know it's just temporary. What I'm worried about is that you're just gonna fucking snap and you're gonna fucking just, lose sight of who you are or whatever. And I'm concerned that person's just going to get buried under all the anger and everything else. You know what I mean? I don't care that you fucking drink. I don't care that you do whatever. Am I concerned? Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking hear that you've fucking died in your sleep from just drinking all night. You know what I mean?
Life won't
dude,
do
it
that.
fucking happens.
I know,
dude,
but
it happens.
It'll take a lot more, though.
Never say never, dude. I thought I had cancer.
Oh, I
when
know.
I was at your house, I was 100%, I was like, dude, I just didn't want to say it. I was like, dude, I think I have fucking cancer.
Okay, do you want to hear this story then? Since you're kind of bringing up stuff that I've never told you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that I had cancer too because my doctor told me that I did. Okay? So,
Really?
yeah, he told me that I had cancer. So,
Wow.
a lot of my times when I'm talking to you and I'm telling you about my doctor,
Yeah.
he ran a few tests on me when I think it was on my third or fourth surgery, whenever it was, and I had some lumps, and my lumps were just underneath my armpit area. And he did some tests, and he pulled me in one day, and he told me that I had cancer.
Wow.
So I told him I want a second opinion. I want an actual professional. Because at the time, it was around the time where he wasn't giving me pain medication and stuff like that, so I really didn't trust him. So I went to a surgeon in Burlington and I got some tests by him, and he came back with a diagnosis that I did not have cancer, which obviously at that time was fantastic. But for the 2 years that I was told that I had cancer, that shit kind of bothered me a little bit. So what happened was is that I was losing so much weight at the time that there were just cysts underneath my armpit. But of course, my doctor, being an idiot, knowing that cancer lumps do come under the armpit, that's actually how it works, automatically took those tests and assumed the worst. So for 2 years, I believed that I had cancer. Kayla never
Wow.
knew. You never knew. Nobody ever knew. So for the whole 2 years, I was trying to recover from my injuries and also thinking that I had cancer. So
Wow.
yeah, that it was. I think that may be a rough time for me as well. Don't get me wrong. The mindset was a little bit
Yeah.
weird for me. But if I didn't
Yeah.
really lose my mind then, I don't expect to lose my mind now. I get it. I am
Yeah.
drinking more. It's not that I don't notice that myself. It's obvious. Um,
Yeah.
and it's a little bit hypocritical too because I always told Kayla, don't ever drink your problems away. Don't ever do. But I think I was probably telling her that more or less because I know she has a worse problem with alcohol where she
Yeah, of course.
starts to make problems for everyone else. Mine
Yeah.
is now I'm starting to do it by myself, and you know what I mean. It's not really a harm to
Yeah.
anyone, but
No, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're not hurting anybody, but what I'm worried about is it's concerning to me.
well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
And again, dude, and again, like I said, I understand. It's not like you're fucking, doing crazy shit and all this other stuff. It's. I understand
Well,
everybody
I
has a
am doing
process.
ecstasy in a few days, so I see your
Yeah, but
point.
that's fine. It is what it is, man. Like that's
Yeah,
fine.
but is it
What
though?
it is.
Is it like if I'm trying to actually back up your point instead of deny it, it'd be like someone's drinking all this alcohol, and then
Yeah.
now they want to do ecstasy, and now they want to do, you know what I mean? So I see it as
Your
well.
feet.
It's not like I don't.
So here's a question. Instead of asking me if that's a problem, ask yourself, is that a problem? If you were sitting in my seat and I was doing this and you had to watch me doing this, what would you say?
I would have to see if it continues because I've only been drinking for the last like weekish, not even, right? Like I
Yeah.
kind of already started. Like I started like maybe a day or two before you came down till now, and I haven't even done ecstasy yet. So I personally would give it. I give every situation time until I can understand the statistics or the pattern of it.
Yeah, of course.
If it comes to
Yeah,
an addiction, you have to see a pattern. So if this keeps going, if it's like almost like every week, or I'm like, yeah, I got my days off, I'm just gonna do a little Molly. You know what I mean? Like that's when it becomes a problem. But usually that like ecstasy is not addicting anyway. But when it comes to alcohol, if I'm drinking on days where like I come home from work and I start drinking every night, that's when it'll become a problem. Because I'm well enough to know that okay, I just got home from work, I just want to have dinner and go to bed. If that's my thought process, then I don't have a problem. If I come home and I'm like, fuck, I don't have that much to drink, that's a problem. Because I don't drink when I come home
Yeah.
from work. Never do. Never have, never will. I will never drink before work either. Which is another sign. Obviously, if I have something before work, that's a fucking big issue.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, all I'm saying, man, is if it goes down that path, I'll be the first person to tell you to get your fucking shit together.
well, yeah, but I would already know it though. As
No,
I do it,
know
I'm like,
that's
fuck.
That's not what I'm saying. And listen, here's the thing, okay? You know what? There was a lot of times. Okay, so let me put this into perspective, okay? My relationship with you was fractured because of lies and bullshit, and me promising that I was going to come down, and then me not showing up, and then, you know, making all these plans, and then just fucking bailing and doing all this other dumb shit.
That's how you look at it.
You know what I
but yeah.
mean? But part of that was the fucking truth. You got
Yeah,
sick
but
of the
I never
bullshit.
looked at it like that though. Only you did. I didn't look at it as like,
so-
oh, you canceled again. What a son of a bitch. I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it, oh, sure.
Yeah.
You know, it sucks that he couldn't come down, but shit happens.
Yeah.
I never looked at it
I don't know,
in,
like, part of it-
in an aggressive way.
No, but like part of me feels like, you know, there was a long time there where we weren't close, and I think part of it, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's life. You
I don't
can't
know
be
what it
around
was.
every year all the time, right? That's you know what I mean. That's how life is. You can't. Doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah. But like part of me feels like, you know what I mean, when you were going through all of that shit, you know what I mean? Like you needed somebody short of like Kayla, right? You can't fucking tell your problems to everybody.
Yeah, but I didn't need
You know
to.
what I mean?
I'm not
Like-
that type of person. Even with
No, I
psychiatry,
get that.
I don't like to talk about my problems because I've already neither solved them or I'm in the process of solving them, and bringing them up doesn't help because you're just getting opinions neither that you've already thought of or that are actually
Yeah.
dumb opinions which don't even make sense. So
Yeah.
it gets me sidetracked instead of just dealing with it already. So that's just
No.
my theory. I think that's a waste of money is going to a
No,
psychiatrist because I don't need to talk
I
about.
get that.
Yeah, but
I get that. But you know what, duty, though? Sometimes you do, though. Sometimes you have to talk about your fucking shit, man. If something's bothering you, you can't just bury it deep down inside.
Well, I don't
And you know
bury
what?
it.
And
I just deal with it
100%
mentally.
No. I know, but there's you talking about your shit out loud, right? Like there's like originally my way of dealing with things is I'm just gonna fucking just bury it deep down inside. And I'm just gonna take all this shit that I'm feeling, and I'm fucking fine, and I'm just gonna bury it down. Again, that's not what I'm saying that you're doing, right? And again, you got your own fucking way of dealing with shit, right? It is what it is. I basically told you that I'm concerned about your behavior and your drinking and everything else like that, and I am worried about it. And you know what? You just lost a relationship. It's fucking Christmas. Your anniversary was your 13-year anniversary was all this shit. It's a bunch of emotions and a bunch of fucking feelings that you're having to deal with right now. And part of me as a good friend wants to be like, dude, you just need to shut the fuck up and let him deal with his own shit. And then part of me is like, would I actually be a good friend if I didn't say anything? You know what I mean? So I'm torn between the two.
Yeah, but
I'm torn between.
I know, but I don't expect any. It all comes down to me. If I don't expect any from anything, from anyone. So it doesn't matter what anyone says.
Yeah, it's not an expectation though, dude. I mean, regardless, as long as I'm around, you don't have to expect anything. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you expect anything from me at all. I'm gonna be here. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, no, I get it.
You know what I mean? Whether you believe that or not, I don't care if you think that you're alone in the world and you don't have anybody and nobody fucking cares. That's total bullshit. You know, me and you have been through hell and high water back and forth together since we were kids. And yeah, there was a few years there where we weren't fucking close or anything like that. But you're the closest person I have, man. You know fucking everything. You know more about my life than anybody, short of my own fucking family. Right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I know your family. I know your dad. I've had conversations with them. I know the relationship between you and your parents and your mom and your brother. I was there before everything got more fucked up than it already is. You know what I mean? And so I have more of an insight into what the fuck is going on. So whether you feel like you're at war with your own shit right now and you're just trying to fucking deal with it, I don't care if you have expectations or whatever. There's no expectations. I'm not your friend, and I'm not trying to be here for you because I think that I owe you or there's an expectation. That's not what friends do. I don't give a fuck. Like, you basically could be like, yeah, man, I don't care, whatever, go fuck yourself. And I'd be like, well, fuck you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the way that it is. But my thing is that I was torn between letting you fucking do your own thing and figure your own shit out. But then at the same time, I was like, well, I'm not going to fucking let this kid go down a road of hereditary fucking alcoholism and drug abuse and all this other shit.
Well, okay. So, yeah, say what you got to say. But remember, in the long run, I'm going to have the best idea. That's always how it's going to be.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't matter if I slide down the hill for a day or two or whatever.
No.
I'm always gonna have part of me that's like, okay, you know what? You had your fun. Fucking snap out of it. Go back to work. I'm always gonna have that part of me.
100%.
So
I said that already. The point is moot, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm not. Again, this is the way that it is.
Yeah, but maybe I need it.
I was. And I said that. I said, let this fucking guy deal with his shit. Let him deal with the fucking problems that he has. You don't know what the fuck he's dealing with or what he's going through. You know what I mean? Part of me was torn between the two. Again, I'm not trying to stop
you know how much
from
of an
fucking doing
argument
anything.
that me and Kayla would get into nowadays if I told her that my doctor told me that I had cancer for 2 years? Like, do you understand the argument? Instead of her like being like, "Oh my God, I feel so bad for you," that would be an argument to her. Like, that was one of the reasons why I didn't tell her, because I didn't want to get into an argument. Imagine that. You get told you have one of the worst diseases in the fucking world, and you don't want to tell someone because they're going to turn into an argument like it's your fault.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had many, many injuries and surgeries to worry about at the time to transfer my mind to something else.
Yeah.
But she'll never understand that. And you know what? She probably won't even believe it either, knowing her.
I think, honestly, dude, I think part of what... If there's a deeper meaning between maybe the way that you acted towards her and everything else like that, maybe it was because you didn't think that she had your back.
No, that's hard to believe. From the sounds of it... I knew she did even before I left the hospital.
But, dude, if you can't even talk about how you're feeling...
Yeah, but that's different, though. That's how my dad was, too, though. That's how a lot of guys are. They're not going to tell when they have something wrong with them.
Your wife or your partner, that's different.
Not necessarily. Think of it, though. When I first got hit and I got put in the hospital, I never texted her. I never phoned her. I didn't phone anyone.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want any of them to know. Why would I stress someone else out? Why would I tell someone some information that's going to make their life more stressful all around? It makes no sense. It's why I never told anybody when I got hit, and that's why I never told anyone when I supposedly had cancer.
Yeah.
Because why am I going to worry someone for no reason? Like, it's not their problem to handle, which means that they shouldn't have to worry.
No, it's not. But see, the difference is, dude, is that you're choosing what you feel that people should worry about, right? You know, it hurts me that you had to deal with that shit alone. Yeah, the shit almost made me fucking cry when you told me that shit, dude. And you know, that's not because that's some fucking shit, man.
Yeah, every time I put on deodorant, I felt those lumps. Every time I fucking
that's fucked up. Like, that's I mean, there's no words that I'm at a loss for words for what that must have felt like. You know what I mean? And that's not me being like, oh, hoo, let me give you a shoulder to cry on. That's some fucking shit, dude. Like, that really is. That's some scary shit. I cannot imagine how that must have felt.
Rock
Can't.
bottom is the answer.
And
Thinking that
the,
you've already had enough problems, and there's that. Luckily, me and
yeah,
Kayla were still good at the time, so she was there. But like, she didn't really know. She didn't know any of that. She just thought that I was there
and
for other reasons.
that's something that's something that clearly you still carry around and you still have to deal with, right? And that's fuck, man. That's really I really do feel bad. And again, people, whether you believe this or not, duty, people will care about you because for no other reason other than the fact that they love you and that they care about you. And I think the way that you are looking at things is like, well, you know, you don't talk about your feelings and you don't do all that other stuff. I'm 100% on board with that. What I know, and this is just for me personally, okay? What I know is I came to a point in my life where I realized whatever I used to do, I'm going to do the opposite. Okay? If something's frustrating me and something's making me angry, instead of me not saying anything and bottling it all up and whatever, I'm going to fucking deal with it and cut it off right there. Instead of me, I'm feeling depressed or whatever, I feel fucking sad. Instead of me going out and just spending money to try and bury my feelings and my problems, I'm actually just going to sit there and feel fucking sad. Because I realized my coping mechanisms were ruining my fucking life. They were ruining my life. I was a broken person. I was a broken, abused, neglected child who had a fucking horrible upbringing, who fucking held on to the past and thought like a 16-year-old kid. And I realized all of the shit that I was dealing with and everything that I was feeling, I never actually felt sad, or I never actually felt any emotion other than fucking anger. And for the first time in my life, I thought to myself, you know what? Instead of me letting what I've been through and how Rick was or how my mom was or how anybody else was, how about for the first time I make my own fucking decision and I choose what I want to do and what I want to feel and how I want to deal with things. And I realize it's my life has gotten better. That's my personal experience. Again, I'm not saying that you need to fucking all of a sudden just go into the bathroom and cry for 3 hours. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I actually have to go in there for about 60 seconds, so I gotta pee real bad. Well, I'll be right back.
All right, bye.
All right, there we go.
Welcome back. So how did you when that whole situation was fucking happening with like the whole cancer stuff, like, how did you deal with that the whole time?
I just dealt with it. I just assumed that that's how it was, and that's life, and that's it. Push forward. That's it. Nothing else you can do. You can't fucking sit there and fucking cry about it or fucking get upset about it. There's nothing you can do about it. If that's what it is, that's what it is. You know, any negative situation that you want to do for yourself isn't going to help it. So no use doing it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get what you're saying. So basically, instead of giving in to all the anger and the
I think you cut out.
Can you hear me?
I can now, yeah.
All right. So basically, what you're saying is that instead of self-destructing and giving into all your feelings and of anger and whatever, you basically just dealt with it, right? You were just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna deal with it.
That's it.
Right? You know what I mean? So, see what I'm getting at with that?
Yeah.
Kind of. The fucking, you know, the guy that can fucking deal with the fact that he might die of cancer and do it silently and graciously and be a decent person and deal with all of his problems and do it without self-destructing and, you know, just acting like the same guy, just with some problems because of surgeries and everything else like that. You know? And that's be that person. You know? That's huge, dude. I had no idea that you had to fucking go through that shit, man.
Well, obviously. Nobody did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, like, fuck, man. Jesus. Fucking good for you, bro. I can't say that I would have been the same fucking way, that's for sure. I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking die, you know? Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it in silence for that long, man.
Yeah, it's
You got some fucking cojones, man. Let me just put it that way. So this, if you could deal with that, you know what I mean, with fucking grace and dignity and everything else like that, this whole situation with the breakup and Kayla and all that other stuff, man, that's fuck all.
Yeah, you're kind of looking at, I get the way you're looking at it, but you're also missing a few things, though. I was also able to deal with that special situation also because I had like 8 other injuries and going for surgeries, and so that's what they like to call a distraction.
Yeah.
Nowadays, as this shit's going on, I don't have any distractions. I just have the problem. So before it was easier to let go of that idea for a bit because I have a surgery. You know, I gotta recover for it. Now I gotta go to physio and everything all the time. Oh, now I got another surgery. Now I gotta. All that shit usually takes up a lot of your time. So sometimes when the situation is just it by itself, could sometimes be worse than having multiple situations.
Yeah. I mean, but so give me some solutions in this scenario though. So what do you think that you can do? What can you put your energy into? Right? You know what I mean? Like if it's not fucking Kayla and everything else like that, like what can you put your energy into? Right? I mean, obviously you have the job, which is good. But remember a couple of weeks ago how we had that whole discussion about people with ADHD and needing stimulation, right? And they chase from one stimulation to the other, and then eventually it runs out, and then they get depressed or they get fucking whatever. That's, I think right now what you're basically talking about is your brain needs stimulation, it needs distraction, right? You're having to live through the bad shit and go through all the memories and blah 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 blah, And obviously, instead of wanting to feel like complete fucking shit, right? You're drinking or you're fucking doing whatever. You know what I mean? So like, what's the alternative in this situation? I guess is like, what's your opinion?
I don't know. We'll see in January 2nd.
Oh man, I mean, yeah, I don't know, bro. I think you're just fucking, maybe I have a tendency to overanalyze things too much, and maybe this situation I'm blowing it out of proportion or whatever. But you know what I mean? I've just, like I said, I want to take a stance on not ignoring things, right? I want to do the opposite of what I would usually do, which I'd be like, yeah, bro, you want to take another fucking pill? Yeah, dude, take like fucking 3 of them. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be able to. Because you know what? I will give you 100% of the credit, and that that you're of sound body and mind, and that you're not going to end up one of those guys who fucking dies, face down on the floor from whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I'll give you that. It happens. It does happen. Whether you want to believe it or not, it does happen. It happens to tons of people. Okay, people fucking asphyxiate in their sleep. All it takes is for you to go bleh and fucking throw up in your sleep, and then you suffocate and die.
Yeah.
All right. There's me looking at worst case scenario, but after I watch you down a fucking 50 of fucking vodka, yeah, there's a very strong possibility that you might fucking vomit in your sleep.
Yeah.
You're not the Terminator. All right. If it can happen to fucking, if it can happen to fucking Jimi Hendrix, it can happen to you. So anyway, worst case scenario aside, I'm perfectly fine with it, but I just have to say something, right? Like I said, I'm not saying that you're this super evil person who is making these horrible decisions and that you're this horrible person and oh my God, I feel so bad for you. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I think you're aware of this already. And maybe me saying it will make a difference. Maybe it won't.
Nah, I
Who
probably
fucking
won't.
knows?
I don't mean to be mean to you. No, it won't.
Well, you know what? I just had to fucking say something.
I'm
Right?
I'm just in a spot where I can notice it myself, but I'll still do it for a couple days because it's not the end of the world. It's not a permanent thing. Just like nothing ever is. That's why I'm not addicted to cocaine or crack or anything like that, right? I'm only doing Molly because I thought I was gonna have a group of people here. But since of the lockdown, they all can't come, so which is not the end of the world. But I'm still planning on doing it by myself anyway. So I just got to figure out what to do because I'm gonna want to. Fuck hell, I may be playing Call of Duty for 28 straight hours for all I know. Because I remember when Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 came out. I remember I was doing ecstasy. I literally beat the whole fucking game in one sitting overnight. At my buddy's house, yeah, he was fucking his girlfriend in the room, and then it's like 8 a.m. She comes out naked to go use the bathroom. She's like, "Oh my God, you're still up playing that?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She's like, "No." It's like runs to the bathroom. So,
really?
Yeah. That was at the time where I wasn't. Yeah. So now I got to figure out.
Who was that? The guy who lived in your building?
No. No, it wasn't anyone that lived. No, it wasn't anyone that lived in my building. Still can't believe how expensive that fucking building is. It's a piece of shit. Bachelor's like fucking 1700. It's like what? I swore
the world changes.
I swore when I was looking at places yesterday. I swore I saw an apartment that was 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms for $2,000 a month.
Oh, dude. I saw a premium basement apartment, 15 with a 1-bedroom and everything. Don't get me wrong, it was a beautiful fucking place, okay? But it was $1,500 a month for the rent. Okay? $1,500 a month. And then on top of that, they wanted you to pay for half the utilities, half the hydro, half the water, and half the internet.
Which rounds out to be about like $2,000 a month, right?
So altogether, they wanted you to pay $1,650 a month. $1,650.
That's it?
Well, yeah. I mean, to you, it's not that much, but to me, that's actually. You know what? I need to stop fucking complaining because that's really not that much money. I don't know. It's fucking expensive. It's expensive, but you know what? Honestly, you should see the fucking place, dude. It's fucking gorgeous. Think of your place, but newer, but a basement apartment in Kitchener.
I don't like I don't like to live somewhere where someone else is living though. I get it. I have a neighbor, like when I live in an apartment, but it's not the same. They can't fucking just come in or walk downstairs or leave. I don't know. I want my own place.
No.
I think.
No, I feel you, man. Have you started looking?
I have. Yesterday.
And don't tell me the whole thing. Okay, all right.
Yes,
so what
I did.
You find?
I actually looked. Aldershot was the best spot so far. It was a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I think it was about $23.50 a month. And Aldershot is still in Burlington. You know, it might be another a little bit more to get to work now, but maybe I can get someone to pick me up on the way and I can pay him for gas because tons of people. Man, fuck hell. Maybe I can get Sotia to pick me up. Fuck. She'd probably be happy to do it. Knowing that I fucking pay for gas and shit like that. And I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Bro, you know what? This is my Christmas present. You know what I want? I want you to fucking get on your phone and ask that girl out. Get on your phone, ask her out. That's my Christmas present. I don't want anything else from you. I don't want fucking anything. I want you to get on your phone and I want you to fucking ask the girl out.
No, just...
Well, fuck it. We're both grown men. What are we supposed to get, right? Oh, hey, man, I got you some socks. It's like, yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
No, but seriously. Fucking get on your phone and fucking ask the girl out. Seriously. Stop putting it off. And just do it.
I know.
If she says no, who cares?
I get.
Whatever.
Listen. I disagree with a lot of stuff you say to me just because of how I am, but it's hard to disagree on that one.
Yeah. Stop procrastinating, dude. I'm the king of procrastination, all right? You will never beat me. You will never beat me in a procrastination.
I don't know,
war,
man. I haven't had a job in a long time. That's pretty procrastination right there. That's like 9 years. Well, don't even. I guess 5 years, but.
I was born into procrastination. You just had to live in it a little bit.
I know.
But seriously, dude, just fucking get on your phone and ask the fucking girl out, man.
I know.
Like,
I feel that it seems like it would work too. Like, there's no way she wouldn't take a chance on me.
Okay, that's fine. Do it. Fucking do it. Stop talking about it and do it.
Why can't I do it after Christmas though? Before the New Year, but after Christmas.
Nope.
That's not procrastinating because that's the first time I've actually said that I was going to do it though.
No, you've been talking about it for weeks.
Yeah, talking about it. I didn't say I was going to do it though yet. I was talking. I never said once that I was going to do it. I said it'd be nice that, you know, if I asked her out, it'd be nice and everything. But
are you gonna do it or what? Are we still talking about it, or are you gonna do it?
Yeah, a little bucky, but right, a little story, a little bit.
Pressure, man. Fucking peer pressure. Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
I know it doesn't help.
I just don't.
I'm on my second bottle of vodka still.
Dude, a guy like you, man, you just like fuck. You do everything else to the fucking maximum. You know what I mean? But then this, you're kind of like, I don't know if it's a good time. Blah 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 blah. Fuck it. You know what? Maybe you're afraid of fucking rejection or whatever. Who gives a fuck?
No.
Like, who cares?
I'm not afraid of a no.
Well, there you go. Then what the fuck are you worried about? If you're not worried about getting told no, and you know, best case scenario, you get to stick your dick between her titties and have some fun, and you know, if she says no, you get to think about her titties, and you still get to have some fun. So
well,
like,
this is her last message to me about 10 minutes ago. She's like, LOL, aw, you are the sweetest person ever. Honestly, Xmas has never been a big thing for me because growing up I didn't really have an Xmas.
Yeah.
I see the signs, but like...
No, but what you need to realize, what you need to figure out though, is if you're in the friend zone, or if you could eventually.
Yeah, but that's hard to figure out, man. There's literally a thin fucking line, literally thinner than the thinnest between those two subjects.
Ask her out.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, I like you. Is it a problem you don't know how to, or is it a problem, like, what are you worried about? If you're not worried about what she says, and you don't have a concern of being rejected, or you don't have a concern of this, what's holding you back? Is it she's attractive, or fucking...
Do I think that maybe... well, it's not the reason, but I'll tell you the reason in a sec. But is she physically maybe out of my league? Probably. You know, she's a fucking hot Asian. She's smart. She fucking works at a factory, which is not the easiest fucking job. You know what I mean? She has her own car. She's independent. You know, she jokes around like I do. I think the problem is that maybe I don't want to upset her. Not upset her. I don't want to make her feel awkward if it's a no, because I do work with her. And not only that, I bring her parts many times a day. So I think maybe my mind is like, would it be awkward if it was a no? Because I don't know how to react in that situation because I've never heard a no before.
Yeah.
I literally have not. But I'm not going to be cocky enough to take that into the situation. Like, oh, I've never heard a no. It's got to be a yes. No, it doesn't got to be a yes. She's fucking hot as fuck. Like, literally, hot as fuck. Nice teeth, everything. Sexy body. She has a brain. Like, to me, that's out of my league. And I'm confident.
How do you know, though?
Well, I'm confident in what I have to offer, okay? And I know that. I know that I could be a good fit for her. But physically, her looking at me and me looking at her, she would be the hottest one out of both of us. But once someone got to know both of us, they would pick me over her.
Yeah.
So that's how I see this situation, if I'm trying to observe it from all angles. If you just saw us standing beside each other, you'd be like, damn. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy, right? But once that person comes up and starts asking questions, they would pick me 100% guaranteed every time.
Yeah.
So that's what's making me kind of struggle on the decision.
Yeah, but you're saying everything that I've heard, you're just psyching yourself out, man. Who you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got a lot to offer. I mean, you work, you got all this other shit. You know what, dude? You might fucking go out with this girl and take her on a fucking date, and you might realize you're like, ugh.
I don't
You got nothing in common.
No, man. I've worked with her too long. Listen, when I just drop off parts, I don't just drop off parts. We sit there and we have conversations all the time. Like, I've worked there for 4 months now.
Okay, so you've been baking this bread for 4 months.
That's
to fucking do something about it.
I know, and I hope it's not stale bread too. But I've been baking it for a while.
Do something about it, bro. That's what I want. That's what I want you to do.
That's what I want to do. I don't.
Fucking do it. Stop talking about it and do it. Do it. Do it. Ask her out, and whatever she says, she says.
Fine. If she says no, you give me your PS5. I'm just playing. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what did I get from this?
I thought about it for a second. I was like, and then I was like, nah, that's not happening.
Nah, I don't got enough confidence in him. He won't bring that shit back.
Oh, man. Whatever.
I will.
You know what, dude?
Listen, before you even mentioned it, I was actually prepared to do it neither before the new year or literally just after the new year, depending on how I think that her weekend's going to go and what she's doing for the holidays.
Bro, all I've heard
is excuses and
all I've heard no. All I've heard is you talking about her. And like, oh, she's so gorgeous, and she's out of my league, and you know what I mean? All this other stuff. Dude, you're putting her on a pedestal. You need to look at it and be like, I have money, I'm fucking good in bed, from what Kayla used to.
So it wasn't huge. It was just. It's not. It wasn't huge. It was just over like above normal by a substantial like.
So if it's above average by a substantial amount, then that means it's big.
Well,
So
okay.
Okay, so anyway, we're not talking about your dick. So here's the thing. Okay, so stop putting this girl on a pedestal like she's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. You get it? You like her. I get that. But you know what? You've got plenty to offer. You've traveled the world. You've done all this other shit. You know, how do you know that this girl? She's obviously she doesn't have any money. You know. You don't know what she's done with her life. You don't know fucking the mistakes she's made. You don't know it really. Outside of work, you don't know anything about her personally. She could be a shallow fucking person.
Actually, I know everything about
You
her.
know? Then fucking there you go. Ask
I
her
know,
out.
because once I started,
do you
when I
think-
first met her, I started, like, literally one of the first questions I asked her was, listen, I need a girl's opinion. And I started telling her about my breakup. You know what I mean? I started asking her, and as time goes on, she started asking me questions. She's like, so how is it with you and Kayla? Like, she was almost, like, trying to make sure that it was done before she wanted to, like, ask her something. And we talked all the time, man. For 3 straight weeks, we worked every day together for 3 straight weeks. So 8 hours for 3 straight weeks every day. We worked together. So we talked about a lot of shit. And in my life, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. In hers, probably not so much. Just because I've had the advantage of, you know, being able to, like, travel places and do stuff, right? And I go out of my way to do stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I just
Dude,
felt...
I swear to God, I will fucking add this chick on Facebook and tell her. No, I probably wouldn't do that because that's some fucked up shit. But no, man. Like in all seriousness, like me just being serious and the fucking jokes and everything aside, it sounds like you've done your research. You like this girl. You know, clearly there's an attraction, mentally, emotionally, whatever. The thing that you're doing is you're hyping yourself up. That you're like, oh, what if I fucking ruin everything by, you know, telling her that, you know, I want more, blah, 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 blah. If that happens, then you dodge the fucking bullet if she's that kind of a shallow fucking chick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You dodge the fucking bullet if she's like, ew, I don't like you like that. You know what I mean? Like she's like some fucking 8-year-old girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not in public school. You're a grown-ass man. You got money. You got your own fucking house. Sure, you got some problems and some bullshit that you're dealing with, but fucking... You know? So get on your P's and Q's and ask the fucking girl out, and best case scenario, you guys go out and she says yes, and shit works. You know? If it doesn't, maybe there's just nothing there, or maybe you find out that you're just not that really that
Well,
into
she
her,
came out
and you could...
a long time ago. She came out when I asked her to come to Joe Dogs, and she actually drove down all the way from Hamilton to come out. But since I was with Ian and his stupid pedophile brother, she felt like weirded out. Like his brother was like
Brother's
being
a pedophile?
Yeah, no, like when you look at him, you're just like, you're a pedophile. Like it just gives you that vibe, right? And he's like, listen. When he paid for his bill, he actually... Okay, first of all, the waitress, I waited till Sotia left and everything, but I was hitting on the waitress too. She was like this white girl with blonde hair with a fucking fat ass. And she knew me and she liked me. And so he was like, is this good for a tip? And she looks down at it, and I heard her voice abbreviate the number. She's like, 75 cents? Yeah, that's a good tip. And then she like walked away. And I'm in my head, I'm like, you just tipped her 75 cents? Are you cheap motherfucker? Like, you cheap motherfucker. Like, your bill's like fucking $80 and you tipped her 75 cents. And you're trying to hit on her, too. So once they left, I'm like, he's a cheap bitch, isn't he? She's like, yeah. Yeah. Right? Because I knew exactly what that was going to be. So I just didn't give her... I gave the one girl my number at Joe Dogs there. She texted me once, and I told her that, you know, I apologize. I don't know if you were there or not. I think you might have been. You, my buddy Yossi. I don't know who it was, but I gave one of the waitresses my number there at the end of the night. And she texted me, and I was like, you know what, listen, I'm sorry. Like, I was having a rough time, and I gave you my number. You know, I'm not ready yet. And to be honest, I said that as in I don't really want to date a waitress from Joe Dogs, to be honest with you. unless it was Allison. But I don't know.
No, man, I get it. I do. You know what I mean? And I get it. I mean, the thing that you need to realize, bro, is you've been through so much already. Do you really want to delay anything any further? The dude that was sitting in that fucking bed, not be able to move his fucking legs or do anything. Do you think that guy would have been like, yeah, bro, just wait till next week. Just do it next week. That guy would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, wait, your legs work, you got money. He's like, what the fuck? Do it now.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know. I don't remember.
I think
I
you're fucking
wouldn't know.
I think you're psyching yourself out, man. You're just psyching yourself out. I mean, again, I'm not fucking Casanova, all right? But
Like I've never been
you know-
rejected in life either. I've never.
yeah, but so what? Everybody gets rejected.
It was just
Dude,
hard
I'm
to-
a good
it was
looking-
just hard
I'm a
to-
good looking.
I know, but it'd just be hard to hear a no and then have to like see her every day.
Yeah, but so if you get in your feelings about it, that's a problem with you, not her. Dude, I'm a good looking guy. I've been rejected before. I've had girls laugh at me. I've had girls like, you, really? And I'd be like, well, fuck you too, bitch. You know what I mean? It happens. Dude, Brad Pitt gets rejected.
Obviously.
Okay? There's guys out there who are millionaires, okay, who have fuck tons of money, you know, perfect bodies, fucking, they can buy whatever the fuck they want, and girls laugh at them, and they're like, ew.
Why?
Rejection is a natural fucking thing. Okay? If we were all just fucking into each other, we'd just be fucking nonstop. Alright? This whole planet would just be full of people fucking. Constantly.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's chemistry, right? There's more to it than physical attraction. Maybe Satya isn't into you physically. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're like, oh, you know, how is she gonna like me? Look at her and then look at me. Maybe there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I don't think there's a physical. Thank God for my mask, but no. There's times where she sees me like lift shit or push shit, and she's like, "How do you do that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You're pushing like 10 times your weight." She goes, "I don't even see the bigger guys do that." I'm like, "Man, it's just I look at it, I get angry, and I push it." Like it's as simple as that. So I don't think it's a physical thing. I think it might be just does she want to try to get in a relationship with someone she works with? I think that's probably what I'm thinking about, right? Like, will she? Because think of it, working with someone that you like probably isn't easy. I've never done it before, so I wouldn't know. But like, there's a lot of people that go out of the way and talk to her all day, which I could care less about. I've never been that person. Never will. Never will be. There's a lot of people that go out of the way and talk to her every day, which is fine. But like, when we're together, at one point, well, I'll be like, "Yo, don't you have a job to do? Like, your machine's working. Why are you standing here?" All right? Like, would I be like that after a while when I know that maybe like we're in actually pretty decent relationship? Because I feel that maybe I have the right to be like, "Listen, we're together. Don't go out of your way to fucking flirt every day, please."
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, but I mean, you know, at the same time, bro, you need to set yourself up to not be Captain Save-A-Ho. And what I mean by that is like you don't want to be the guy who's like, you know, I can fucking make your dreams come true, and you know what I mean? Oh, you know your dad has problems, like you can't afford to buy your dad groceries. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Like I can help you with that and all this other shit, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be like that.
Like
it'd be more or less just interested because like I already know that she's around my age, probably a few years younger, and she probably doesn't want to live at home, right? I know that feeling better than anyone because at that age I was living at home.
Yeah.
Of course, obviously different circumstances, but you know what I mean, like.
So my concern is, okay, you were in a 12-year relationship, almost 13 years, and from the sounds of it, you like this girl enough to be in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just a fuck for you.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you
not.
actually you want more from this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, like that's you haven't, like, fuck, man. Like I don't know. I mean, to me personally, I'd be like, bro, you need to be like single for like a year. Just fuck. Just go out there and fuck. Like, every single girl you meet, just fucking go balls to the wall. You know, just be like, hey, can I get your number? Hey, can I do this? Hey, can I do that? And if I was you, I would just ground and pound, like, fucking everything. And then one day, eventually, you're going to wake up, and you're going to be like, I'm lonely, and I want a girlfriend. That's what happened to me. Dude, like, I literally spent fucking, what was it, 3 years? 3 years. Fucking the first 2 years, I didn't even want to look at a woman. Dude, I was like, fuck